And I'm going to pray a very simple prayer that I pray always, the Lord's Prayer, which reminds us about the supremacy of the Almighty Creator. A very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forevermore. We pray. He said, He said, He said, now our
Yeah, hello, Biafrans. Welcome, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Depend your location. Today is a wonderful day, 22nd of October. No? We welcome you all, and please do welcome others. No? Today is going to be tough. As we know, no, we have Mazi George Umeh and my humble self, Mazi Ezumezu. Here we call it critical analyze, We analyze with fact and figure. We thank you, Biafrans. Please welcome others. So, Mazi.
National anthem, please.
Yeah.
hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Unmute yourself, Mazi.
Yeah. Hello, Biafrans. Today is a wonderful day. Here we are. Today we are not going to waste much time. We are going to go into our music. Mazi, our music, for before we go into what we have for Biafrans for today.
That's Mazi in there, what?
Yeah, we go, this is our music, our traditional music. The only people that playing this music is people that are wetter than scent.
Pure.
The pure, when you are pure in your art and outside, they can't just play Ajofia just like that. Yeah. So, Mazi, without not wasting our time, we have to move into action. Mazi, I always tell people that in IPOB, there's no room for blackmail. There's no room for propaganda in IPOB.
Yes, Mazi, we need to introduce ourselves to Biafrans.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Biafrans, no. First of all, my name is Mazi Ezumezu. And here we have Mazi George Umeh. So, Mazi, please, can you introduce yourself, please?
Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all around the world, we thank you for joining us once again. My name remains Mazi George Ikechukwu, Umeh, and I'm from Amich, Newi South. Live here in United Kingdom, and one of the servants of the indigenous people of Biafra. as a North London coordinator. And there one more Chineke.
All hail Biafra. So, Mazi, as I was saying, I said in IPOB, there's no room for propaganda. There's no room for lies, for blackmail in IPOB. Because IPOB was built on a platform of truth. Our leader say it. Truth. On a platform of truth. If you know that what you are saying is not right, please don't say it. Because this movement is ordained by Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Aka Chineke dị na ya. So, Mazi, I saw a video in UK the last time, 1 million march in UK. And all I can hear, Kanu Takano, Kanu Takano, Kanu Takano, suspend Kanu Takano. And the person that went there was Mazi Ezeji Madi. But I did not even hear Mazi Ezeji Madi. All I hear is Kanu Takano, Kanu Takano, Kanu Takano. Suspend him, do you know? Mazi, what? How did we arrive here? Why our people are so wicked? Why our people so wicked? Mazi, before I let you to go to dive into this issue, I want to say something, please. I want to ask Biafrans, IPOB, I want to ask them a question. What did Mazi Kanu Takano did? I want them to answer this question with honesty. What did Mazi Kanu Takano did? The three things I hear from Mazi Kanu Takano, and at the end of the day, it becomes truth. First was about the Twitter, sit at home. At the end of the day, we now see that Mazi Kanu Takano was just passing a message from Onyendu, what Onyendu said. Second was Umeh account. At the end of the day, Mazi Kanu Takano was dedicated. That Umeh account, where is Umeh account today? Third is about Onyendu say that every suspension from IPOB officials DOS made, the DOS should bring them back together. And about Ogbuefi, at the end of the day, it happened to be truth. We saw the video, the audio message played from South Africa. Now, I want to ask Biafrans, what did Mazi Kanu Takano did wrong, please? Why are we trying to blackmail this man? Why are we trying to kill this man? Why are we trying to bring this man's name into the moon? Biafrans, please answer this question and come with your fact and figure about Mazi Kanu Takano. Mazi, please, I will allow you to go into this issue before I say.
There, Mazi, Ezumezu.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. And fellow Biafrans, I just want to make one thing clear. In this critical analysis that are being hosted by Mazi Ezumezu is basically to undo, and to educate Biafrans, because we know that so many of us out there, genuine Biafrans, that are disgruntled because based on there's no directions anymore. So the word infiltrator and whatnot does not wash with me. As soon as I knew that you are a Biafrans, because I'm a coordinator, I presided over so many people, numerous people taking oath under me, and I know what our oath entails. I won't be so judgmental when people are being wary, not knowing the direction to follow. Now, come back to your question. So to people to not be biased about what we do here, we are not here to entice people or people to like what we are doing. We're basically here to those hardcores that Mazi and Kanu have mentioned, those 100 men and women with clean hearts that have that designing mind and still have reason why they are in this struggle. Because you have to ask yourself question, why am I here? What am I doing? What am I fighting for? What is it exactly the reason why we're now kicking against where we were? If we don't get all these fundamental questions, and we cannot have answer to it. So based on the question my comrade have asked me now, there's a scuffle that happened at the beginning of this week, which is on Monday. That purportedly, the 1 million march they hosted here in United Kingdom, which for me is one of those things that ever happened. But we will play the video, a short video, before I will say something to this. I will play a short video before I say something to this. Mazi, is that okay?
Yeah, go on, yeah. Because it will start being a long kita is or the cattle.
Yes, you're right. You're 100% right. So it's not good to sometimes basically what we are doing is we borrow the word of those that actually supposedly be the one that are leading us in things they do, but we have to be very careful. We have to be
here today. There is a kind of something going on here. I want to know what this guy is doing here. They call him Ezumezu Ikechukwu, the guy who is happened to be a rogue.
Did you hear that word? The guy that happened to be a rogue.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Do you know who is speaking? That's the voice of Deputy European Rep Mazi Ayoba. A hierarchy of IPOB is the person's voice, and that's his amateur video. Now, we will get to another one because we want to be very, very careful on what we're going to say here and how it's going to sound. I know a lot of people might not like it, but that's no hook. I don't really care, you know. So
I've removed him and he has walked away. He has walked away. So removed him and he has walked away. He has walked away. So these are the infiltrators, the ones that are the enemy. Yes.
Mazi, I want to meet him. I'm suspending Kanunta. Let hell fall. No, national Germany. I will suspend Kanunta because under my own instruction to Germany. Let's stop this thing. Kanunta is a state of Germany. Why would we give Kanunta this power in the Messiah?
Anyway, he's not going to destroy our. He's not going to destroy our 1 million man match today. He's nobody. The Biafrans are watching all over the world. He's the guy they called.
Mazi, when you watch such thing, your heart will be this. You will ask yourself, which direction are we going? You know what baffles me is that these two individuals does not live in United Kingdom. Isaiah Yoba does not reside in UK. This very guy that is German National Coordinator Collins Chinedu does not reside in United Kingdom. They better understand how United Kingdom law functioned. But now they're in protest in United Kingdom and try to rope IPOB name into a mode by attacking their fellow comrade publicly in public space. Where this thing happened is Trafalgar Square. This is a public space. This is a tourist attraction in this country. You know? Now, what we should be asking ourselves is this. If Mazi decided to come to this protest, none of these men have the right to stop him. He's a Biafran. He's a Biafran. And for Azayuba to open his mouth and say Mazi Zeji is a rogue without actually having an evidence of what Mazi Zeji have stolen from him or from IPOB, that's another derogatory word. And I mean, if Mazi Zeji decided to go after him with that word, Mazi Zeji have right to do so. I want to make one thing clear here. This is not IPOB. I have been CSO in United Kingdom. I have the first CSO in United Kingdom, in security architect in United Kingdom. Whenever we do protests, I have been the man that look after our security. I've got SIA. I've never worked with it for one day. I got SIA because of IPOB. I've used it. For every time we have protest, even when the police comes in, I'll be the one to go and speak to them. Why I'm saying this here is very, very important to people to not associate IPOB with this act. This is not our act. This is not how IPOB behave. And I can go back to Imam Mazi's days. Even when Imam Mazi we have issues, Imam Mazi still attend protests. But the only thing you can't handle the mic anymore. And as the law might demand in this country, in public space, it do not put hands on people. And I will say it here, because a night before that protest, Mazi Zeji, we had a meeting that he said that he was going to drop some what is it called? This our mobilias that one of our sisters sent to him that lives in Ireland, and because he said he cannot deal with it anymore, and he requested to send it back by post. And our sister said somebody's coming from Ireland, and he called his brother. The brother went to Liverpool. On his way back, the guy stuck. Mazi Zeji himself is at work. And he's supposed to meet them, I think, in Victoria or so, but they couldn't make it. And now he came up to there, Charing Cross, to be precise. Now walk up to what is it called? Trafalgar Square to find somebody to hand over that memorabilia. And he was actually turning back before he was attacked. And actually, the person heading this was the so-called European deputy continental, what is it called? European deputy rep, Mazi Zayoba, videoing this and making comments on it. And I see comrades there that were saying that she should calm down. They live in the United Kingdom. They understand how you work. Mazi, this particular thing that happened, and the European rep himself was in that. I don't know if he was there. I didn't see him. But all of them was in that protest that they organized. You see, this is something we be very, very careful on what is happening within IPOB. But what I want to state facts here is that this act is not IPOB act. And anybody that want to associate IPOB with being violence within itself is something all of us must disassociate ourselves from. Mazi Zeji has been attacked because Mazi Zeji highlighted what he saw in Company's House. It has not changed. If this matter, when it came up, that the so-called leadership handle it as the leaders, nobody will hear it outside. If they were sincere on what they were doing, nobody will hear this issue outside. But the same thing that we are having now, this body language, this nonchalant attitude that everybody puts up because our leader has been incarcerated. I remember having this same Isaiah, but George communicated with him after a week or so when they made a call that Mazi Zeji was booed them all of them out of phone. And I found his number. I called him. I reached out to him. I know the conversation we have and what he told me and what I told him about United Kingdom as well. And I made a reference to him that you are European rep. What was going on in UK? I said all these things to him. I said, you guys should go and sort this problem out. This is how I always say. I always come out and I always reach out to people. I remember Imam Mazi, I reached out to him personally. I called him on phone. And now they can't stop, they can't control what is happening. But Mazi, when you look at this thing that happened here, what does he tell you? On how we have the hierarchies and the person that recorded this amateur video. But the ironic thing is that this video has been captured in different, because you see that Trafalgar Square, if you knew how many camera was in that place in this country, yeah. So whatever that happened, even if you drop pin in there, they will pick it up. So everything that happened that day was recorded. So I don't want to go deep into this issue, but those that are involved is an individual thing. It has got nothing to do with IPOB. That's one thing I want to clarify. This is not IPOB Act. So I want people to understand that that thing that happened there has got nothing to do with IPOB. Ezumezu is a man that lives here in the United Kingdom. He has his right. He can pursue his right if he wants so. So at the end of the day, if there's anything that have to come out of this, they will hear it. But as I said, I didn't see that coming. But my happiness within there is that those that live in UK that I saw within these scuffles, they're actually telling them to calm down. And that our brother that shouting that is going to expel Mazi Takano. And I don't know how many days ago that this thing happened.
Mazi, sorry, please, before you go to counter issue, though, we mean that Mazi Ezumezu no, didn't come for the protest. He was there to deliver something for someone that live in Ireland. Because the video did capture Mazi Ezumezu. At least I didn't saw him in the video. No, so it was actually there to deliver something, and on the way back, on the way going, they now attack him and started making this comment.
No, he did deliver the thing to one of our sister that came from one of our reverend sister that came from Italy.
Yeah,
because I call Mazi Ezumezu when I had the news. I have to call him. Mazi Ezumezu is my comrade, and my elder brother. You know, I called him to make sure he's okay. He told me, George, that everything is fine. And the way the is going now is not SAG. It has nothing to do with SAG.
Yeah.
Those that did that act think that we are right, but they're dead wrong. That is the problem. And what I'm saying, ladies, be in this video that IPOB has got nothing to do with that act. It's an individual thing. Mazi Yoruba that actually did this video, and whomever that was ranting, they are the ones that are gonna be responsible to whatever might come after that video, because that is their word, is not mine. Mazi Ezumezu delivered the thing to our sister, and our sister handed over to that our brother that came from Ireland, where Mazi Yoruba reside as well. And I think that our brother is a coordinator there. There's nothing hidden. If Mazi Ezumezu was a rogue, why would he return something that a sister gave to him to sell? And he's been sending money back to that our sister. Now he couldn't sell it because there's no physical meeting. And I requested that he want to send it back, that our sister should send address. She said, no, someone is coming from Ireland. So why would you restrict somebody's movement in United Kingdom? United Kingdom is a free country.
Wow.
It's something that very, 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 very serious in this country. It don't restrict people. So it is a very, I don't know, it's a malicious act though. You know what I mean? It's all these things are on to Mazi Ezumezu, what he wants to do. Or probably his firm, the people he work for, if they take action, maybe they're going to hear from him. But like I said, this has got nothing to do with IPOB. But Mazi Ezumezu was not even close to them. It was somebody that came to Mazi Ezumezu and making noise. Mazi Ezumezu found out on company's house that Onyendu name was struck. There's nobody will see such thing and keep quiet. Mazi Nandekani name was struck out of company's house as the director of Radio Biafra, IPOB Worldwide, and IPOB CIC. Now, even though you are a blind person, saw something like that, you have to raise an alarm. When you raise an alarm, the leadership said they are aware of it. You are aware of what? You don't live here in United Kingdom. What was the reason why it struck our leader's name? They have not told us. Mazi Ezumezu owns company here. I own company here. So many people know how the system works. You don't live in. You live in. I don't want to come to Ireland and tell you what happened. I live in UK here. I know how it operates. It don't require a secretary to struck out a director's name before they do the tax return. It has been done a couple years. He might add you as a director. Adding is a different by structuring your name totally that Onyendu was not there. And somebody now become the person leading us. And the person have acted it. Even in the meeting. There's so many things that's why I said there's certain things I won't say because I'm the principal officer. But when these people come out to refute whatever I've said, then we'll give them evidences of what they have said numerous times. In the meeting, the insubordination is unparalleled. So what happened in United Kingdom, it is not something that anybody can accept. You don't attack people publicly on a public setting. Trafalgar Square is a tourist attraction center in UK, and IPOB had a permit to protest. It's not for you to go and attack people. Do you understand what I'm saying, my brother?
Yeah.
So that is why.
Yeah. Then they turn out to be Kanu's certain that the Kanu name came up, and expect Kanu. Wonderful. Let's man say something about that.
Well, that person, in person that I don't know who the guy is, but as I was told that he is the president national coordinator of Germany, Collins Chinedu. What is he still waiting for? My question to him: the protest has gone for days now. Is Canon Takano has been expelled? If Canon Takano is the problem, then they have a long way to go in life, because everything Canon Takano have said has turned out to be truth. Every single thing Canon Takano has laid around about is true. Sit at home. China Sanwo confirmed it. We can play the voice over and over again. Chike Doziem confirmed it. That Onyen didn't give enough reason. We have all these things to play to Biafrans to hear. Umeh account, the same thing. So, well, that's nothing we'll talk about. Now, I want us to, before we start going into Canon Takano issue, let's go into UK a little bit. Remember last week, you said we were going to come into UK and talk about United Kingdom based on what is in public domain. And we played the voice of our leader suspending Onyendu and the act of United Kingdom IPOB family member before we were suspended. And I was privileged in that meeting. I remember after the meeting, I spoke to one or two comrades, and I told them our leader was being very nice to us, to use the word that all of us was acting like rats in the cage, including myself. I never excluded myself there. Now, the issue and what I want to say here about UK is that United Kingdom is where all this whole IPOB started. And United Kingdom has been always the target of this struggle. The heart of this struggle is United Kingdom. But that does not make United Kingdom exceptional from any other IPOB family unit or member around the globe. But there's a certain individual within IPOB, because what happened now in Europe, it happened that the European rep and his deputy was present where they attacked an IPOB member. It happened that the European rep himself, because he's going to be roped in this issue, because he's the one actually videoed it and telling the world that it's been removed, that is a rogue. So now, UK, so many things has happened in the United Kingdom. But Mazi Austin Albani came to UK to protest. Let me say something here. I don't know if you allow me. Let's play Onyendu's voice when UK was suspended and what he said. Do you want to hear that? Yeah. We'll come to Canon Takano's and the derogatory word my brother used, but we'll take it one at a time. When Onyendu suspended UK and what he said, Onyendu made a specific references, on that suspension. If you remember, that cabal is not allowed in IPOB.
In IPOB, yeah.
In any shape or form. In any shape or form.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Go, please, and destroy your old phones back in Biafra. And I want to make a very special announcement so you understand me very clearly. From tonight, the IPOB family in the UK is suspended. Nobody is to hold any meeting with any of them. I don't care who you are or what business you have. The IPOB leadership in the United Kingdom is dissolved. All of them dissolved. Dissolved. Completely dissolved. You don't do anything with them at all. If I hear you're holding meetings with them, you're off. Dissolved. Grown-up men behaving like little children. Unbelievable. I believe that I believe that maybe the British secret intelligence are even running IPOB in the UK. All of them, from top to bottom, useless, disgraceful, and very shameful, behaving like a bunch of rats in a cage. These are supposedly decent men and women behaving, and I'm thinking, I don't know what they said to them. UK IPOB family shut down. Until further notice. Shut down. Everybody in a position of authority resign. You sacked, completely sacked. Complete all of you. Sacked, all of you from top to bottom. Sacked. And those holding our funds, move it to Germany as quickly as possible. If you have to shut down their accounts, so be it. I held a meeting with them yesterday, very disgraceful. Shameful. Shameful. Disgraceful. At this particular point in our history, all you're interested in is building cabals left, right, and center. You think that's how Biafra is going to be? You build cabals inside Biafra, you must be mad. It can't happen. UK is shut down completely. I mean, everybody in the UK, every strata of government of our leadership is shut down complete. We have come to the end of our program this very day, and we also held a meeting yesterday in the USA, and those things that we said is how it's going to be. That is how it is going to be. All our finance officers held a meeting yesterday in the US. That's how it's going to be. Those things we said are final, not subject to any change. I thank you all very much for listening. I don't know if I'm able to come live again.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Go please and destroy.
Mazi, did you hear on the end of the speech, Onyendu said that they had a finance meeting last night in America, and whatever they said there is final. Yeah. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yes, yeah? Right, yeah.
And I can guarantee you that meeting, Chikedozian was not there, neither Mazabani was there. He said finance officers. Do you hear that? Finance officers held meeting in the US, and that is final, and that is how it's going to be. You know why I'm saying this? The reason why I'm here talking is because of the cabal. You know what surprised me in United Kingdom? There's a lot of people I knew before that were shouting cabal, cabal, cabal. Today, I don't know where they are. But they are now, they are dipping in the cabal. In the UK. UK, you see what says in those, the references that we're making in this video, the word I've been saying there is actually facts. When Onyendu suspended United Kingdom and what happened in United Kingdom. United Kingdom was suspended. A lot of people, I know people were crying, did Onyendu suspend us because they didn't believe it. People were begging. Onyendu tell us all of us to go to hell. And he has another meeting to attend. He said, you people are acting like rats in the cage and move on. Onyendu don't have time. That's a leader for you. Not taking sizes. Not being biased. I want to say something here about United Kingdom. I reminded Mazi Austin Abani in one of our meetings. Because you know me, I don't gossip. Anything I can't say in your presence, I can't say. Anything I say behind your back, when I see you in person, I will actually say more when I see you in person. I don't say things I don't know. I remember the first meeting we held with Mazi Abani, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2017 or 2016. Then I was a PRO of London Family. I was a PRO then. But the national coordinator have got no option to bring me to the meeting. Some of us then. Because there was too many things going on then. We were privileged to be in that meeting. And this Uchemofo you seen today, Uchemofo, that meeting was where I highlight him and knew that he's not a leader. That's something he would do. I know you're not a leader. Even in the companies, there's some meetings hierarchies don't attend. You have the meetings between, unless the hierarchy wants you to be in that meeting. It has got no business with him. It was in that meeting. I could have been because our national coordinator brought us in because it was an European meeting. HND was there. All of them was in the meeting. The first meeting we held. And it was then London coordinator that took our former national coordinator to that meeting, to European rep. On complaint. The only word I took out in the whole thing that happened there was Mazi Austin Abani made a reference that I pinched myself. I said, this guy, where is he coming from? You know what he said? He said that United Kingdom is exceptional because that is where Onyendu came from and our deputy leader came from. Uchemofo wasn't present in this meeting. My brother, I can't tell you more what that particular single word did to United Kingdom. The guy that was the coordinator then, the guy become emboldened. That he doesn't take it. Our national coordinator become like a tissue paper to him. That is where we talk about command and control. People misquote what command and control stand for. The reason why I'm talking about this issue because we're going to bring Austin Abani to present thing that is playing in an IPOB, and within his own jurisdiction, which is Europe. He's European rep. His duties. He could not handle each UK issue for 5 good years until Onyendu came out Onyendu came here in UK and intervened in serial meetings. After several meetings, which I refused to attend, I said to myself, I'm not attending any meeting. Onyendu, that meeting it's not for me. But there's some people that will just want to go there because they want to see our leader. But I wasn't present in any of this meeting, to be honest with you. The only one I was present when he called general meeting that was in Zoom, that suspended all of us. I never attended any meeting, private meeting about Onion trying to solve UK, because to myself, I said, why would our leader come out from prison, come out from being killed in 2017? And what you'll be dealing with is to handle issues that we have somebody. What is Austin Alba in the office doing? If he cannot handle issue within his own, come on, you are European rep. So why can't you handle issue in UK? You can't remove the coordinator. You can't make any references, nothing. You can't make any changes, no whatsoever, nothing. So, my brother, why I'm saying this is this. What is playing in United Kingdom today? When Onyendu suspended UK and brought the new national coordinator, which some of us do not know, but some people we are like, oh, who are these people? And I can reveal our code of conduct here. Onyendu is the only person that have the power to appoint and dismissal at any time. And whatever Onyendu say, nobody questions it. So it does not matter if you knew who Onyendu brought in a position or not. Your duty is to you to work with that person. Like I did. For me, I don't have issues with people that once you appoint somebody, for me, it's just like when you go to work, you don't decide who you work with. And our leader made an appointment. The moment our leader made that appointment, issue began in UK. It's not quite long. Onyendu was renditioned. And this is where we are today. A lot of things has happened that sweep under the carpet, which I won't go to, because you can see today, this protest they arranged, they came to do in United Kingdom, 1 million march. I will take it back to the 1 million march of Umuada came to UK. The damage of Umuada 1 million march did in United Kingdom, that is where the cabal, these people were coming here to solidify the cabal in UK. We warn these people, Austin Alba in particular. Because I don't know, the man, there's something not right with him. In another meeting again, he said he didn't know. He didn't know, but he was not listening to the people that was on the ground. That is why we have national coordinator all over the world representing IPOB. You live in Switzerland, you don't live in the United Kingdom. And you don't need anybody to feed you information, rather than the person, direct national coordinator. That's supposed to be your primary contact in the United Kingdom, unless otherwise. I want to make something clear here. A lot has happened. The memo of our deputy national coordinator, we have it here. He's going to come to our program because that memo we're going to deal with, we're going to do justice to that memo. Right? And we'll have to do it with him. So, but the foundation I'm trying to lay today is now there's a protest. 1 million march in UK, which is propagating Biafra. But we can go back from last year, July, before Onyendu was renditioned. United Kingdom mapped out to do protest, the women to do protest. To do protest. And that protest, on course of doing that protest before our leader was a rendition, and will carry on doing protests in UK. Mazi, you know why I'm saying all this here? Because Biafrans need to understand that this particular time we are in this struggle, there's nothing more to hide. And the only thing to say when Biafra come, everything will be done in the open. And we'll call people. You see, UK, they have changed prime minister. The one that took 44 days, she resigned. If he can't do the work, he must give up. He must go. He must leave the office if he can't do the work. And he must be humble to serve people you're serving. He is just 44 days in office, and she can't do it. She put her resignation. Until they get a new prime minister, she'll be off from number 10 down the street. They went to protest the other day. Now, protest in United Kingdom from before Onyendu was rendition till when they came here, They did all the things they did. The forceful removal of national coordinator, which Onyendu never asked. Onyendu actually requested instead the national coordinator back into the office, which is still our national coordinator till tomorrow morning. Before they actually brought their cabal, which is one of the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo member in UK here now, they're purportedly pushing as a national coordinator in UK. This is a pure Ohaneze Ndi Igbo arms in United Kingdom. Do you know what happened? In that, there was a meeting we held here. Aban opened his mouth and said that this meeting will determine who, if UK is going to have a national coordinator. Can you imagine? We're having meeting and there's a protest. In that protest, upcoming protest, after they remove our national coordinator, then it was down to regional coordinator now. They appointed new regional coordinator because then I was the Southeast regional coordinator appointed by our national coordinator, which anything our national coordinator do was never anything that they accepted. We have a lot of evidence to prove when the time is right. They can talk. If they want to talk about it, they will talk about it. But I'm just giving you a preamble because of issue of UK. That day, on that protest, I see old members surfacing in protest ground. My brother, my jaw drop. I never see it from that perspective. I reach out to some of these members, comrade, and ask them, why are you not coming to? Some will tell me, oh, they're outside London. Some say they are walking. I think it that way. But the moment that guy made that comment in our coordinators meeting, that protest, I saw a lot of people turning up. So systematically, these guys were boycotting all the protests we were doing in UK. When Onyendu was renditioned, that was the time the protest was required. And it was boycotted by all of them. I said, what's going on? Because you told me you are working. You don't have time. The irony is that in our security architecture, do you believe that our high vest we are using here when we are doing protests, I beg for it every time we are doing protests. They even took it away. These are things that happen in UK. Now they have 1 million march in United Kingdom. To achieve what? That's the fundamental question we will ask. And on this protest is where the European rep and his deputy came to UK, and a member of IPOB was attacked, and him as the deputy European rep was present to record the act and send it to the world and telling the world that Mazi is a rogue, because Mazi exposed what happened in company's house. Up to tomorrow morning, they have not told us what was the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name was removed. And the same Canon Takano, when Canon Takano contacted the lady in question to restate Onyendu's name and remove her name, she did exactly what Canon Takano told her to do. To show you, if Mazi Canon Takano is not right on what he's fighting for, why would she now return Onyendu's name? You know, the problem is with these people, they think we're living in a cake time. Social media, that's why we will play their voices, what they have said before. Whatever you have done, or any document that's an electronic document, it doesn't go away, especially when in this system we are living in. All the things that transpired in company house is something you can even access from where you're living now. All you need to go to company house and type Radio Biafra or IPOB Worldwide CIC. All this whole information, you will have it there in company's house. The question is, what was the reason why you people struck our leader's name out of the whole 3 company we registered in United Kingdom? The funny thing is that they brought the whole company under IPOB Worldwide CIC and struck Onyendu's name out. And all the signatory they did this act was falsified signatory. To sign Onyendu's signatory, they was signed when all this act took place. It's there. So that make Mazi a rogue. What we could have settled in-house. If there was a reason for that, that's what he could have called and talked about. But he never said anything. You see somebody that lives in desert who will call him, oh, we are leadership. Which leadership are you talking about? I want to understand what you mean by leadership. You live in Austria, you live in Germany, you live in wherever you live in. You don't live in UK. Even what makes me sick is that people that lives here join this whole thing. That know the truth. I knew they took oath, but how can I trust these individuals? These people can poison you. I can't. They know what is going on. I'm not calling anybody anything. What I'm saying is that what was the reason why Onyendu name was struck out of all the company now was put under CIC? Onyendu name was removed. Kanu Takanu. Even Ejimako have a text message sent to the same person that was involved in this, that Onyendu requested she took her name off as a director and remain a secretary. Till tomorrow morning, that thing has not been done. So where has Maz Ezeji done wrong? The reason why I'm laying this foundation about United Kingdom is that a lot of people don't know what is going on. And Maz Abane has done harm to IPOB than good. He has done a lot of things in IPOB. And I don't know why he's doing that. I'm privileged to be in the meeting. He will go behind doors and be talking. The same man came here and told us, don't listen to anybody in Radio Biafra. He started with this. That ESN money, whenever we need money for the give us some fringes excuses. Because they will try to lay foundation first before they wear it in. That the money, when they need money, the money doesn't come fast enough. That we should send ESN money to the appropriate account. That they should withdraw the money. It started with that. Before now, they've gone into the main thing, which is our compulsory levy and our monthly dues. That paid, even the Radio Biafra where they are ranting, Madam Nenea still paying the bills. That is why they can't stop Madam Nenea to go to Radio Biafra. They can rant all they want. They can't stop her to go there. That's our platform. She can decide to shut it off tomorrow. She can do that. Because she's one paying. You understand me? So they started from, when they need money. But you need money that you don't give account of the one that I've given you before. What they've done with the money. Yeah, we have school children that are going to school. Yeah, fair enough. But if you buy them shoe, let us know you buy shoe. If you buy them milk, let us know you buy milk for them. Mazi, do you know why I'm saying all this? Because there's a video we're going to play here about Mazi Austin Albani. His complicity of Mazi Austin Albani, what he has been doing. Because I don't hate people that is backbiting. You can't be a leader and have preferences and trying to be biased in things you do. His complicity is of this world. I have witnessed it, and I'm not saying it because I have any issues with him. But the issue I have with him is that you, as European rep, you are talking about insubordination. But I knew numerous times that you have been under insubordination on your act on the word that come out of your mouth. In hierarchical in IPOB, Madam Nenyanya is your senior. She's the head of the finance of IPOB. And Mazi Austin Albani have got no business with our finance. Onyendu warned that every man should stay clear of our finance. What are you doing with our finance? Every place they mention finance, your name must be mentioned there. If I take you back on the issue of Finland, the Finland national coordinator said the guy that they loan money, how could you loan money from IPOB POS? Money that labeled IPOB. You loan it to somebody to ship their goods home, and your name was mentioned there. How would we go on this? So, Mazi, I will stop here. The protests that came to UK, they have done what they have done. But what I will say to them, when that protest was needed most, those people that were running up and down did not come out. We have the evidence. And their evidence can speak for himself. We have them people that turn up in protest. We have them in video. Because these things are things we have to question tomorrow. For those that are taking records, we'll have our record waiting for you at the right time. When the protest of Onyendu was needed most, what we be asking, what did he achieve? He have had one in Brussels. And on that protest, he said he was not going to come to Brussels again. Now to UK. 2 days. The achievement is what we want to know. I'm going to leave that issue of UK there before we go on issue of Mazi Kanu Takano. Mazi, you have anything to say? Go on and say before I will come back.
Oh, you have said it all, because it's spot appalling that Okokola from Mabuliano, Togowali Itonu, the issue, the what we saw that happened in UK is about Mazi Ezeji, and he came there to deliver something, and on his way back they attack him. Then I come about Kanu, suspend Kanu. Why? Sometimes I sit down, I ask myself, what did this man did? To be honest with you, I have sit down, I have think, I have checked whatever Kanu said, and it turned out to be truth. So why are we still fighting this man? And I could remember the first person that attacked Mazi Kanu was China Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah, you're right.
On Radio Biafra.
100%.
No, the second person was Austin Agban.
100%.
On Radio Biafra. So why? So now you cannot understand that the attack of Kanu is coming from all the way from our leadership.
Of course, obviously.
No, the attack on Kanu is coming all the way from our leadership. Then I asked people a question, say Kanu is not doing this, it's not doing that, it's not doing this. But this man was there from the beginning. Me and you heard the voice of our leader and came out. But Kanu was there with his brother. They talk about it. They have a plan, and they came out. And before before every other person, and today we have IPOB, and today there is a regional coordinator. There is a DOS. There is different departments in IPOB. Then that person that was there, you are calling for expansion from the struggle. Oh my God.
Mazi, ignorant is something that you cannot excuse.
No.
What I'm going to do here is that I need to play a voice, to buttress about Mazi Austin Agbani complicity, because Mazi Austin Agbani is actually the engineer of all the problem we have in IPOB. I'm being honest with you, especially in Europe. I was privileged to be. I started meeting. I think 2016. If not, when he became a European rep, because he was deputy to Chikedozium. When Chikedozium emerged as the director of state, he become now European rep, right? So I have privilege to be in the meeting. Let's play some voices which I don't ascribe to, but we must play it because the truth must be told.
No, it's important, Mazi. No, it's very important to play them.
The truth must be told.
Yeah.
Because
Alpha Power Media International,
who stood up to fight evil. When they started, Agbanyum was saying the criminals in DOS like everything I'm doing. I should continue. They'll come to Radio Biafra and condemn me. Why Agbanyum will be telling them in the meeting, we like what EPA is doing. Everybody in DOS, we like it. But they'll come to Radio Biafra and call me all manner of names. Some of them are in the tape. They recorded them. But the time is coming. The sanitization.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Alpha Power Media International.
Why I went hard on Barrister Jofo was because he validated the
Mazi.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Alpha Power Media International.
Again.
Who stood up to fight evil. When they started, Agbanyum was saying the criminals in DOS like everything I'm doing. I should continue. They'll come to Radio Biafra and condemn me. Why Agbanyum will be telling them in the meeting, we like what EPA is doing. Everybody in DOS, we like it. But they'll come to Radio Biafra and call me all manner of names. Some of them are in the tape. They recorded them. But the time is coming. The sanitization.
Biafra
Mazi, do you now see 1 second? There's another thing there's something I want to do before we go forward. 1 second. 1 second.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
And then tell the Nigeria government they are working with that Samonekpa is the one killing everybody. With the attitude of Barrister Ejiofor, it means that Barrister Ejiofor is the one feeding that.
Okay, before we go into this, right? Let's talk about the issue he raised about Austin Albani saying to some of the member of DOS that whatever, all of them agreed, they believe in what he's doing, and but when they come on Radio Biafra, and they will be slamming him on Radio Biafra. It's just like what I've just said here. That's no different. The Finland coordinator, national coordinator, used to go to European meeting. When he went there, he was bringing the SSs of Mazi to the meeting. Austin Albani for one day never addressed the issue. What he always tell the guy is that go and use his platform to raise funds. Just like the guy I just mentioned here. Go and use its platform. That's why when we came out, a lot of people think they were defending the structure, which we did. Because I took an oath. I owe no apology to any idiot. You know, saying I defend it. That's why I'm talking here. Is the main structure of IPOB. IPOB have a structure. IPOB is not a pressure group within the zoo. Because if it was Onyendu ascribed for, he wouldn't meet IP, he wouldn't join IPOB, him himself talking now. Because I remember one of the video, he made a reference there. Onyendu could have cut that deal in 2017, which we don't even know what IPOB stand for. So we are not a pressure group. We are IPOB. We have an agenda and roadmap what we want. And it's very simple. Give us a date for referendum. Then let the people decide. Onyendu was offered 5 states. He said no. Our kit and kin must be involved. Unless they voted no. So we know we put a bandit there. Tomorrow they can't come back and say we forget about them. We will not leave just around 1 year. We will not leave our kit and kin behind. That's the reason why we have to pay this part. We don't want to suffer twice. That's the reason why that was Onyendu's reason. Now, come to what the point is just raised, that he will tell them that everybody loved what he was doing. But when they come to Radio Biafra, they slammed him. That is the blackmailing. That is where the blackmailing come in. And that is why they never raise finger on him. Because they know what to do. And that is why he was started calling them criminals. Some of us, we are fighting to the knee. Why must he call our hierarchies criminals? Because he knew them. More than me and you. If not, they have never for one day come out and said, why is he calling us criminal? Because like I said, if somebody call me criminal, I can take it up with you. Because you need to prove it to me. They know you have some evidences to prove it. If not, they could have gone after him. And for him to be using the IPOB name with Mazi, when we came out, we had a debate and we analyzed what to do. I was supposed to be the one taking up that responsibility, but I said it in the last program, I kicked back because when I saw their body language and what they were doing, I knew that these men are not for our leader. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm not speaking for him. He's not a member of IPOB, which he admitted to. He is a Biafran, and I respect him for that. If he's doing a good work, which Oyendu recommended, which they asked Oyendu to do, they listed people's name. And it has been part of what they were doing. And now you can hear from him saying that they are, because they thought all of them are together. They record each other. Even though when they go to European meeting, you don't see anybody's face, like a ghost there. But they still record each other's voice. So, my brother, this is the problem we've got. when the Finland national coordinator was banging upon what was happening in Finland, Austin Abani was busy telling the guy, go and use his platform to raise funds. You ask yourself, Master Austin Abani, are you the IPOB overall finance officer, or are you the Switzerland National Financial Secretary? Which one is your position? Your position is an European rep. It got nothing to do with our finance. That is why we are in disarray. The guy said it, and we are borrowing their words. That's why we have to. It's not me. I've just said what I said. So people might think I'm lying. I'm not lying. And the European rep meeting has brought issue of what he was doing in Finland even before the guy was attacked. They did nothing. The first time I contacted that lunatic that lives in South Africa was because of when I had them talking about the finance issue. That the guy will sit down today and tell you, even ESN, the one that ESS is holding, he asks yourself question, which way are we going? Right? Then to tell him that, my brother, we don't discuss IPOB internal issues within, outside, especially making the reference of I was protecting Austin Aban. That's why they can't speak to him. They can't control him anymore, because the moment you use somebody to blackmail somebody, that's what called certitude. When you use somebody to blackmail somebody, you are indebted to that person because they have their secret as well. Just like what Mazi said, the time they went into the recharge card media war or gone after Mazi because Mazi exposed their evil. That Mazi now, the one that the main person, the main recharge card media warrior, the guy that was traveling to go to abroad, couldn't go to abroad with leg. He ended up in Senegal and turned back home when he had Mazi kind of voice. Yeah, he couldn't even make it to Mediterranean Sea. He turned back. Now he's scuffled back home. He was the one shouting, came to talk about Mazi, talk about United Kingdom that he haven't even smelled. He couldn't even get to Cape Verde. He stopped in Senegambia. He couldn't get to Cape Verde. He couldn't even cross Cape Verde. He was in Senegambia. Senegambia there. That's where he stopped. Mazi was the person collecting letter in UK. And I said it there, is on record. That it was Mazi Darlington. That is his name that Onyen registered Radio Biafra with, his address. Home address. Because even when BBC went to interview him, the world can see it. None of them said anything, including China Sanwo-Olu. That's why I know China Sanwo-Olu. I will come to China Sanwo-Olu issue because, you know, servitude is something we will not allow in IPOB. They want to, Mazi have become they want to use saga. Same Mazi that came to stop the so-called infiltrator we didn't know. I don't use the word infiltrator. Let me be honest with you. There's genuine IPOB out there that are confused. That's me, that disgruntled because we have no leader. As a stand now. Onyendu. That's where the autopilot came in. And this autopilot issue, when it came, people were answering. I never entertain it. I don't use that word. But when you look at what they are doing, you ask yourself, they're an autopilot move because they do what they want to do. Someone can open his mouth and say whatever he wants to say. They can come to countries and do whatever they want to do. They can raise funds without going through the normal procedure in IPOB. Today, they're raising funds in ESN. They don't give account to. Our monthly due, they ask people to stop paying monthly dues. Then how do you run IPOB? You say you love Mazi and Nandekano. Not even the people in 2015 tried it, it didn't work, which is not going to work now. So what am I saying in essence is that this issue is deeper than we all of us think. That is why when we came out and told them what to do, they didn't do it. And I begin to ask questions. Which way are we going? Yeah, well, everybody have heard it with their mouth now that within the meeting, they will say that the guy is doing a good job. But when they come out, now they will turn it into saga. And that is where they have drove all of our attention. We are fighting him, but the real infiltrator is within the family. IPOB, let me just say it here. In my zone, because majority of them joined us when the COVID was there. There are so many. That was one of our mother, a doctor. She injected herself on film. I reached out to her. She said, George, so many things are going on. Those that sold Mazi in Canada, she can't take the pressure. I say, okay, mama, thank you. I can't force them. They came out. IPOB is voluntarily. And when they can't do it anyway, you can't force them. And the reason being because we have leaders that don't, these people are just being there lying to themselves. Lying to themselves in a broad daylight. Deceiving themselves, not IPOB, not people like us. So you focus on just, oh, the infiltrator, autopilot. But every single thing they have uttered with their words, you have implemented them. So who is the real autopilot? Yeah. When he told us that Onyendu was sending message, everybody was reluctant. Chikedozem said, Onyendu, I will play all these voices, but I'm just saying it, I'm just making references here. Because anything we say, we borrow their word. And now Mazi was in European rep. Europe has been infiltrated with so-called infiltrator. What did you do? What is your job? What have you done to make things right in the whole Europe? He came to UK for Jamboree because now he access to money. All the money we contributed in UK. The first year sent fundraising within the United Kingdom is 37,000. That money nobody accounted for. Till tomorrow morning. I dared them to give us, like me. When I send money with your money, I copy email. Show us what you people did with the money. We're still asking. Where the heck is the money? This last one they did, I don't know about 20-something thousand. And that is why we didn't send our own money there. Well, our money was sent directly to the account, their proper account supposed to go to. We didn't send it there. That was where the problem starts. I don't give a crap about them. They're not. Who gives the order for finances, Madam Nenianya? And that's what IPOB said, even our code of conduct. And that Onyendu said. We play their voices here. Hear what Onyendu say, whatever the OS said goes. And Madam Nenianya name was mentioned there. So you can't tell me to listen to you or that don't listen to Madam Nenianya. Madam Nenianya is head of finances, not Chikedoziem, neither anybody else. Austin Aban, if you speak about finance, you are under insubordination. He's sleeping on it. And now, this guy have already confirmed the same thing we are talking about. You go around having secret meeting, calling people, forcing people to take position. Those that you will control, just to divert our fund. Now you guys are buying tickets for yourselves, Jamboree. The money you guys are collecting under ESN, where are you doing with it? Can you account for it? If you ask you promptly now. That is why we see a lot of things happen online, but we'll talk about that. Mazi. So, for me, issue of Master Austin Alban is something I've already said here. And this guy have confirmed it, which we can easily, have it one more time. Maybe Biafrans will listen to it.
Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Who stood up to fight evil. When they started, Agbanyu was saying the criminals in DOS like everything I'm doing. I should continue. They'll come to Radio Biafra and condemn me. While Agbanyu will be telling them in the meeting, oh, yeah, we like what Ekpa is doing. Everybody in DOS, we like it. But they'll come to Radio Biafra and call me all manner of names. Some of them are in the tape. They recorded them. But the time is coming.
And he said it. They recorded it. It's not me. It is there. Verbatim, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. Biafrans, I hope you guys will understand now when that boy in Finland, when he said, what you don't know is bigger than you. I hope you guys
are getting the message.
I connected the circle. When he said what you don't know is bigger than you. Well, let me just say something later. The reason why I came out to fight that boy in Finland is because of we want the structure of IPOB to be intact, just the same way our leader kept it. It dare not go against the structure of IPOB because that is our leader's order or our leader's structure in IPOB. You are trying to go against the structure, and we maintain and we say no, we protect the structure. And you say the structure is a political something, no? No, I know. If that structure is a political structure, our leader will not be in DSS junction by now. If we cut out the deal and just walk out and just go home. So, but Biafrans, you see, that boy have been working with the leadership all along. And he always come on media to tell us what we don't know is bigger than us. I think he will come out more. He will come out more and say something. He will come out more and say something. Because our leadership made that boy in Finland. They are the one that made him. Our leadership are the one that made that boy in Finland who he is today.
Mazi, I want to say something. It's not leadership. You need to mention the name of these individuals. There's no leadership. Yeah. Leadership of IPOB is not concerned to this. It is certain individuals which he mentioned specifically. He mentioned the name of the individual here. Mazi Ostinagba is European rep. He fall under his jurisdiction. It is not about leadership.
Yeah, Mazi, I know. Okay, you're right. For me to mention names, no, yeah, but he mentioned Ostinagba. Believe me, he will mention another name. What? Just let's watch. He will mention another name. And okay, look at the way he mentioned Barrister Jofo. Just to tell you the people that this is working with. Our own barrister.
We play that as well.
Our own barrister. Look at the way he mentioned and he even said it was communicated with Barrister Jofo even up to this month. No, so that boy have been working with people hierarchy in IPOB. And I could remember then, he said it. He said me that I'm jumping from one platform to one platform. Yes, I'm jumping because I'm so jealous. This structure of IPOB, I don't want anything to happen to it. I believe in it. And I only stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't obey our leader's order, Ezumezu is not for you. You must obey our leader's order. Simple. You must obey the code of conduct. That's what makes IPOB who we are today. I thank God that boy is open up. And I want him to open up more. Because when you open up more, we will play your tape here to educate Biafrans what is happening. I don't hate you. You are not my enemy. Therefore, you are having your own way. It's okay for you. But the most important thing, the reason why I have problem with you, stop using IPOB and stop using our leader's name. These two things, when you done it, I have no problem with you. Go. But I thank God. Thank you so much for coming out, for saying this.
Mazi, I think we should counter an issue on the ignorant so-called national coordinator, which is the guy that was ranting over the protest that is going to expel Kanu Takano, Collins Chinedu. I want to make an emphasis here concerning the issues Kanu Takano have raised in the past. And the issue Kanu Takano is not a subject to them, because Kanu Takano has become that, is a stumbling block to their SSCs. What they want to achieve, they could not achieve it.
Sorry, before we go to this Kanu Takano issue, can you just play that tape about that boy in Finland? What he say about Ejimako? So we can just close that chapter and move to this thing. It's important that people will listen to it.
Okay, it's fine. We'll do that before we go on, because that tells you when the HND came out and make his congratulations messages to certain, being sectioned.
Yeah,
that's what he.
Alpha Power Media International.
Why I went hard on Barrister Jofo was because he validated the blackmail against me, because calling their name means that he has been the one behind the attack. And I can never forgive him for that. except there is an explanation. I have defended Barrister Ejiofor right from the beginning till now. I was talking with Barrister Ejiofor every day by text message. Even all this while they say Barrister Ejiofor is not talking to him again, but I communicated with Barrister Ejiofor till this month.
Yeah, that.
Only for Barrister Ejiofor to turn around and validate the people that blackmails me, that they have done a good job. So which means it was actually him that is behind the attack.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Mazi, you know, 1 second. There's another video we need to play before I can say something to this.
Yeah.
You know, but it's disgusting anyway.
Alpha Power Media International.
And then tell the Nigeria government of they are working with that Simon Ekpa is the one killing everybody. With the attitude of Barrister Ejiofor, it means that Barrister Ejiofor is the one feeding that idiot who cannot write his name what to say on social media. You see, all this while, Barrister Ejiofor made me to understand that a lawyer Ejimako is not to be trusted. But look at it. It is now clear. Because if you ask me, what is the job of the people that Barrister Ejiofor mentioned their name?
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Anyway, Mazi.
Yeah.
You see, that's one thing I'm going to say here. Anybody that lives in a grass house does not throw a stone. If you remember the congratulational tweet that the HND tweeted, remember what I said? He was sectioned in that tweet as a leader. And this is how he's leading with emotion and sentiment. He's not working for IPOB or trying to lead people. Even, I'll give an example of if you have more than 2 kids, would you show love to more to other within your own kids you give birth to? Start with the kids you give birth to. If you have more than 1 kid, how do you treat them? You don't want to notice. You don't want your kid to notice that you're treating one better than the other, unless someone doing something wrong and you have to get evidence of what they are doing to put them on punishment, like I do with my kids. But you see what this guy have just said here? You know, when they come smear attack on Barrister Ejimako, even attacked him physically. Because now, but you know, truth. One thing that's why when Onyendu came out, Onyendu was organic and it's still organic. Onyendu has not failed. One thing I believe in life is that Mazi Nnamdi kind of brought me out. I didn't hear any of this man. I will repeat every time I come on program. 1 million of these men standing on the roadside singing Biafra. I will never budge. I, Mazi Ikechukwu George Umeh, will never budge. Because I can see through them. Barrister Ejiofor, it is unfortunate. Because if you remember, the issue of him coming to broadcast in Radio Biafra, he passed the message which Chike confirmed to Chike. He went back and tell him, if he was doing his job as an attorney, not getting involved with IPOB, making his cynical comments, you might be sympathetic on what we are doing, but you must be professional. That's why you're the lawyer. In your words, you must guard them. It must be that professionalism must play in everything you do. But when you become petty, you might like what we are doing because I'm an Igbo man. I can't take that away from you. I grew up in Ekwusigo, where you come from. I know Olifte very well. How you know my dad. But to be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed. If you remember, he have written disclaimer against Ejimako's. You know, Ejimako's press release. If you remember, there was one time Ejimako wrote a press release. He wrote one sign supposed to join them. He wrote a disclaimer within your colleague. If such thing happened that he done mistake, it's something you sat down and talk to you over. You could allow him to go and correct it.
Are you talking about Umeh? San Umeh?
Yeah, that's a disclaimer Ejiofor wrote one time against Ejimako.
Yeah.
I'm asking myself, why would you written a disclaimer against a colleague? Both of you went to see Onyendu. Onyendu gave an instruction on what will happen, and he came out and written about it. If you felt that he did something is not right, I think it's incumbent for you to have a conversation with him. You sat down as a colleague. Yeah. Now he can go back and amend that, but you wrote a disclaimer. Do you know what disclaimer means? That means he's a liar. He's lying. It's not actually true what he said. Why do you need to ratify that? Why he already said something? But now this guy is confirming that thing that has been happening. And even when that is why you see this moron, these people that want to travel to abroad that stay on transit because they're still aspiring to go to abroad. You see one thing, wretched people does not do freedom fighting. Don't get me wrong. All you have to explain what wretched mean. Wretched does not mean because you're poor. There's some people that are not contented with what they have. That was brought us to wretchedness. These people that want to go to abroad, apparently right now where you're going, there's nothing there. But where you are now, you might as well make a use of what you have. Talking unguardedly. You remember the day he was reading private message that went to Chikedoziem about Owefi? What did I tell you? That is why you know that these people, these men have sold their soul to the devil. Now, even the zoo media, Gota media, is more 10 times better than all the recharge card media warriors. So-called recharge card media warriors. To be honest with you, the zombie name they gave them is even the zombie in the kingdom of zombie. They will be wondering, why are you giving me this name with this kind of people? They don't merit it. Not like when they called Nigeria zoo. It was like a mocking zoo because here zoo is very well organized. It's a well organized place in this country. If God foxes around here in my yard here, I can't touch them. Kill them here, I go to prison. Not screwers. They're being protected. You can't. Cameras everywhere. You can't do that. So if we sat down now, these men are taking information to go and give to somebody. I don't know what to do with it. Because if you check him, every secret they have, he's the one that leaked it. And then we'll come, we're going to talk about how they discredited the palace of the late Israel Opukano and Lolo, and with our leader, the present king of Afarikwibek, that have talked all manner of rubbish. Because when they started, we kept quiet and warning them. But today, what is happening? Barrister Ejiofor is a barrister. Do your job as a barrister. And if got colleagues, respect them. That is mutual respect. And when you send your message, there's what they call concisive. It can't be copy and pasting. Every day you went to see Onyen do the same message you paste on your wall. We're not stupid. Don't have something to say. Forget about Onyen do have a proper message, you send it. We're not here to compare people. But somebody doing their job, you must not allow your emotion. You see, anytime you allow your emotion to override your intelligence, then you're finished. You might be educated and intelligent, but when you allow your emotion to guide you, and that is why Africa is the bottom on the bottom, because we are people of emotion and sentiment. And the people who are dealing with no. You see, in this country, somebody will be laughing with you, joking with you, he will fuck you up. He will sack you tomorrow morning, but he's laughing with you. It will sack you. He already signed to you to go tomorrow morning. He's laughing, playing with you. But we see our people, just like when they went to protest and attacking somebody that came to give something, claiming that you're fighting for Biafra. If we are building society that is not a free society, then what are we fighting for? The protests we are heard in United Kingdom here, we have infiltrators. We want the zoo agent coming to, but we're professional. I've had issues. Somebody come videoing us every time, a particular guy. And I confronted him. Who asked you to come and video us? When I started questioning the guy not telling me somebody couldn't point out the person. But videoing him, we are not hiding our faces anymore. But he can't go violent on people. You cannot do that. Even in this country, with SIA, if you go violent, they cut you, they're going to strip you off you. Because you have SIA doesn't mean you're going to go violent on people or put your hands on people. You don't do that. That's law that guides this country. This is where human rights, begins. You begin with Biafra land, they stole it from us. Now they come here, they embedded it on themselves, and they use it well. You have said it all. What will take you to the Chikedoziem tweet? And you ask yourself, since that tweet, Chikedoziem tweet, have he come to address Biafrans? He can't come out and address Biafrans because he's in a mess. He's in a mess. Onyendu was pronounced the children are acquitted. I knew from day one. That's why if you go to my, you see what I wrote on my Facebook wall, because I knew the zoo and I knew what was going to happen. What is going to happen is not a surprise to me. I understand how this is. I got the feeling, the instinct on me. I never rejoiced about the Onyendu was the children acquitted, because if you do that, you're a moron. Because we're dealing with animals. Exactly what I thought was what happened. But since then, have you seen Chikedoziem come out to address Biafrans? The next time you see him to come and address Biafrans is to who is going to expel and sack. If now the kind of Mazi Onyendu has been sacking and dismissing people, him Chikedoziem will not remain. He won't be in his position. 2015, 16, he remained. Onyendu will sack people based on what you have done and enough reason. Because Mazi, former European head of that of which is Umeh, refused to remove those Onyendu, asked him to suspend. Even though on Facebook wall that they are comrades, because Onyendu are DSS dungeon. Then he went to Christian Center before Onyendu said, all of you out. That's enough reason. That's a pure insubordination. Just like what he has done. He have admitted that Onyendu sent message. Him Chikedoziem said Onyendu don't give you enough reason. Chida Sanwo said, yeah, we'll play that voice here to remind Biafrans that Onyendu, everybody was sending message and everybody was reluctant. This is something this guy did that get him out of head of the head of state. Umeh. Uchenna Sebu. Onyendu called meeting, they boycotted the meeting, just like they boycotted UK protest. They boycotted Onyendu meeting. All of them, including my man Mezo, Onyendu say, sack all these people, suspend them. Umeh come to Facebook wall and said, they are my comrade, I will not suspend them. Because Onyendu was not there. Just like Chikedoziem have admitted now, will play his voice here. Chida Sanwo admitted, this man is not supposed to be in the US. Because there's a direct insubordination to our leader. So how do I respect you? You with your own mouth admitted. What give back to Chikedoziem was because Umeh refused.
Yeah, Maz, you remember about Madam, the case of Madam Bridget. Don't get me wrong. For me, as Mazi Ezumezu, you know, that woman, I don't like her. But the moment Onyendu says something, please implement it. That's where I stand. Do you remember that was a time, you know, even from South Africa, he said yes. He said Onyendu say the woman should be in DOS, but we are not going to bring him in. If Onyendu come out, Onyendu should bring him in and give her the medicament she required. So are you trying to tell me that if our leader pass message, you choose the one you want to do and leave the rest? As you go on, I just want to remind you about it, you know.
Well, I wouldn't use word. I wouldn't say I don't like somebody, because the fact remains that, you know, we are in struggle. Me, I'm talking about myself. Madam Bridget, I saw her in UK here when they came for that protest. They came today. I went to drop the speaker they use in number 10 Downing Street. I know what that speaker cost me today. I never said it anywhere, but that's my personal issue, because people are giving their life. Now, the issue with Madam Bridget, even the time our leader wife came to Little Biafra, that guy that been biased, Jonathan, that now have been one-sided as a presenter, wanted to bring that issue. And our leader's wife addressed Madam Bridget as the woman leader. Onyendu made her the woman leader. Now, I remember when that woman came to Little Biafra, when Alozie brought her in. No, I think Ike Peters. She was calling the board of DOS, some of them, Janjaweed. Then we didn't understand what she was saying. Let me tell you something. There was no man in Analyst says here. Because she had worked close with them. They were the people in charge of the fund. They know what they have done with them. They were the people that brought them to UK here. So they were working with this movement. They know where things fall apart. Just like me and you here today, I'm talking about there's something they find out about them. That's why they can boldly say these people are Janjaweed. I remember she saying this in the Biafra. I was listening to that day. Just like what you're saying. Onyendu has given order. Take these people back. Onyendu mentioned the emissary that he had before Onyendu was rendition. We don't want to know what these people have done. That's their problem. But when you mention their name on Radio Biafra, you know what emissary is? Emissary are the people that are running errands for Onyendu. That some of them not even aware of what they do for Onyendu. Because if Chike Doziem and the board of DOS, all of them knows, those people were not in DOS. But they held meeting with them because that sometimes, because of sometimes security reasons, they've been in meeting with them, but they're not a member of DOS. They are MSU. These people are working directly with our leader. They take instruction from Onyendu, not from Chike Doziem or any other person. That is what MSU means. They are the ones Onyendu appointed, just like he have his personal secretary, is our leader. Mazi, so first Mazi, whatever Onyendu wants is what you're going to do. I don't care if you like it or not, including myself. I don't give a hoot if you like it or not. Because you take out under Mazi Nandekano, our code of conduct under Mazi Nandekano. There's no place in our code of conduct. We're going to deal with our code of conduct. China Sanwo said our code of conduct said when Onyendu is not the Chike Doziem. There's no place in our code of conduct that mentioned. I don't know if that guy have read our code of conduct, because when people make mockery of themselves when they speak, they forget what they're saying to intimidate others. So, Madam Bridget issue, I don't really have nothing to say about it, because you know what? The woman might have found something. I remember when all of us we are very, very angry. Why are you calling our hierarchies the Janjaweed? But every intent and purpose is today. Check it out. Onyendu has been almost 16 months in detention. What are we doing? Which direction are we doing? Which pressure are we pressurizing to get Onyendu out? What are we doing? The way Onyendu needed protest, they didn't come out to do protest. The protest they are doing now is to validate their running IPOB and country they are in control of, where they have divided all the funds IPOB requires now. They're going Austin, especially as Europe is concerned. Probably they're doing the same other countries like South Africa now. They've got their cabal they have built across board. If you're not singing that song, they will remove you. Call you infiltrator. You're insubordination. Their jingo is insubordination and indiscipline, which insubordination is the mother word of indiscipline. So you don't need to use those two words at the same time, but English is a very biased language. Now, them themselves are sitting under the gross insubordination, which with their own mouth, Chike Doziem said Onyendu didn't give enough reason. Chike Doziem, like, who is Chike Doziem? Who is this people? Who are they?
Mazi, please, can you just pause and play that tape so people will follow us up? Let's play it, please. It's important. It's very important, please.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Onyendu said we should suspend the sit at home, and I asked our people, those that I had discussion. I said, but what is the reason? Did Onyendu give any reason why we should suspend it? And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were telling the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not the strongest excuse to give the Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I'll take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then after that same Monday after the sit at home, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. So that message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists, after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful and that our people were willing to do it, if he insists, I will suspend it. And I suspended it. That instruction came from Onyendu. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. And that's how I'll answer that question for you. Now,
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
We will go on to listen to China Sanwo-Olu, to buttress China Sanwo-Olu's word. Yeah? Chigedozem shouldn't be called head of directorate of state any longer by this confirmation of words. He knows that what made us this guy they call Uchenna Sebu. What the reason why Uchenna Sebu is not, because Uchenna Sebu, to be honest with you, yeah, you know, sometimes you don't know what you have until you lose them. Uchenna Sebu, on his own leadership, to compare to what we have now, my brother has no comparisons. I'm being honest with you, because I was there. But Uchenna Sebu was not carrying instruction on Onyendu. He started with Emeka Onyebuchi in UK here, when he was instructed to remove Ifeanyi Rai, which is his deputy. He lingered from Onyendu now called him meeting before now asking them to suspend because of this Biafra International conspiracy theory they have gathered together against our leader. Uchemofo was standing on his own then. Uchemofo was on his own. I think Madam Nenyanya then, Madam Uchemofo was on his own. Then all of them gathered against the whole thing. Before Onyendu said, you know what? Suspend them. He said no. Onyendu said, including you. Once Onyendu moved away from DSS Donjom to Kujo prison, he was gone. And they went to fight back. They couldn't do it. Because Uchemofo was on Radio Biafra, Uchemofo stood on Radio Biafra against every odd. They went around the whole world telling them not to pay money, just like what they are doing today. They did the same thing in 2015, 16, 17. Telling them not to pay money to Germany any longer. That was the first drop they did. Because that's one thing they'll destroy IPOB. Don't pay money to Germany. Because any money that went to Germany can be accounted for. Now, we will go back to China Sanwo-Olu saying that everybody was reluctant. He have admitted it. That Onyendu didn't give him. Chike, Joseph, you need to tell me who you are. That you need to question our leader's words. Let me say something to you here. You know, some people might be stupid, but they know what they're doing. I remember Charles Rabbi telling me the last thing he will do to Onyendu, when Onyendu give instruction, he say no to that instruction. He said it. I, George, preside over Charles Rabbi Otekin. I was there. He's a comrade. I don't care what he has done. Everybody will answer. We will judge. Only thing we judge us, we are under oath. That's what I respect. The only people, even if you're not under oath, I won't talk to you because you're not a member of IPOB. That's how I see it. Though. That's why we are under oath. That's why we will not be in our meeting. I don't care. Even if my mother won't be in my meeting. When I'm at home like this, my kids, they were out, but they just came in. They won't come in here as I'm having this program. Yeah? So what I'm saying in essence is this. What we are doing is not a child's play. So Chike Doziem with his mouth said, Onyendu send message. He said, Onyendu didn't give any reason. So Onyendu have to give you reason. You need to go and sit in Chike Doziem, buy ticket tomorrow and go to Biafra land or zoo to go and join Onyendu in the DSS dungeon. Maybe we'll give you a reason for that. Maybe Onyendu will give you a reason. You need to buy a ticket and go home and show yourself to DSS. Then they'll get you to the same place with Onyendu. Maybe Onyendu will give you a reason. Now, you people have done. You people, you guys are demons.
No.
And because of this, one minute, my brother, none of these men want our leader out. They don't want Onyendu out. They don't want our leader out. He said, "Oh, the second message came. Now he said, I will suspend it on your own time." Chike Doziem. Let's listen to Chike. Ikechukwu before we play China Sanwo-Olu's
No,
voice,
no,
please.
play to China Sanwo-Olu again. No?
I don't care what anybody said. These guys are they're not supposed to even talk about IPOB anymore.
Now, when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask. When we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that spoken word cannot be retrieved back.
Mazi, the key word here, underlying word here, is that the message keep coming, and everybody was reluctant to buttress what Mazi Edozie have just confirmed. Now, this is very deep. You know, so many people don't understand what this word stands for. It has a lot of meaning. Even to our enemy, coming to Radio Biafra to utter this word goes a long way. Goes a long way for me personally. This is an intelligent report. Now you're making it open. Mazi Edozie, let me play with Mazi Edozie. I want to play one thing here before about the commander and who is in charge and the effect of our leader. Let us listen to this.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Did you listen to that?
Yeah.
When you listen to the voice of Chike Edozie, listen to China Sanwo-Olu, and listen to what he just said here. To isolate our leader. Do you know what that means? Like people like us would think reversely. We think subconsciously. I don't think with my forehead. You know, the fear created with this forehead. You see this your forehead? That's what keep you. If you meet a Hindu man, Hindus, they meditate. They're subconscious minded thinking people. They think reversely. That's why I'm different from any other person. The perspective you see things is different from where I see it. I go deep in things. Subconsciously. You see Chike Edozie saying that we must push across that Onyendu is still in charge. But China Sanwo-Olu is telling you that the message Onyendu sent, that everybody was reluctant. And he's confirmed now that Onyendu actually sent message, but because Onyendu didn't give him reason. Can Chike Edozie question Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any shape or form? I mean, I want someone to explain this to me. Let's be sincere to ourselves here. These men have messed themselves up. Big time. I've got no respect for any of them. Take it to bank. I said, my George, you said it. I've got no respect for this man. For the word that come out of their mouth, I cannot respect them. For what? You contradicting yourself. Now, you open your mouth and told Biafrans that that's what they want us to do, to isolate our leader. We must push. We must push. That's what Uchemofo did. Uchemofo, you can falter Uchemofo. I will keep on mentioning because these men, they did something. That's why we're here talking about Biafra. If Uchemofo was this myopic you guys are, we couldn't get anywhere. If you have this mindset, we couldn't have gone anywhere. I remember a guy in this country telling me, when I don't want to mention the guy's name, the offer they give Uchemofo on his own time, the promise they give him. That's why I said I won't get involved. I won't talk to Uchemofo whenever I come online yapping. But if he don't yap, I leave him alone. Him and the oaths and those that, because Uchemofo convince a lot of people as well, will judge him and his generation. But for me to judge him, I won't. Because the people that point Uchemofo hand, look at what they are doing today. This kind of a thing has never happened in the history of IPOB. Never in the history of IPOB do anybody question Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's order. Who the fuck are you? Who are you to question Onyendu's order? No matter where Onyendu is. Chikerozema admitted it here. Chinasa Nworu, his own is that the guy has gone air wire. I don't know where that guy came from. Because his issue is one thing I'm going to talk about before we close this program. But for this particular comment these people make, any Biafran believing that Chikedoziem, Chinasa Nworu, and Master Snabane believe they want to end Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, you actually dreaming. These people want our leader dead. I, George Umeh, said, take it anywhere I want to take it. By their word, we shall know them. Your spoken word is what I judge. Anything that come out of your mouth that is what is in depth in your mind. You know what he meant to come on radio and tell the world that Onyendu was sending message and everybody felt reluctant to act upon it. Because said Onyendu didn't give him reason. How about he told us that the IPOB is not a family business? You guys must be demented, every single one of you. Which leadership are you talking about? Which leadership are you yapping about? Simon have just told you people that you are working with him. Or it's all about money, raising money. You raising ESM fund to do what with it? Yeah? Mazi, we want to talk about something different now because at the end of the day, we want to close this program from that a couple minutes. We'll need to shut this program down, but we need to talk about serious thing before we close it.
No, first, Mazi, Biafrans, the message you are getting in this platform, you can't get it anywhere. Go to all IPOB platform, you can't get that message anywhere except here because we preach the truth. Critical, analyze, and what everything we said here, we borrow the words from them. Don't be too emotional. Hey, why this was saying no? But ask yourself, did every word from our mouth, is it truth or not? How can HOD Chikedoziem we say because of there is no reason from our leader, he went ahead for the sit at home, and today we can see the effect of the sit at home in Biafra land. Today we can see the good thing about the sit at home in Biafra land. That's why he said, when our leader says something, when our leader passes message, you must implement what our leader said, either you like it or not. You must implement what our leader said. How can HOD say that? Okay, look at what Chinasa Nworu said. The message keep coming. Everybody feel the long-term. And you say that people like us will keep quiet. This is the highest insubordination in this struggle. This is the highest insubordination in this struggle. And people who went around and be chasing shadow. Can this, Madam Nanya this. But the main people that are causing the problem are there. You are afraid to say it because your name will not be mentioned in the Biafra. You are afraid to say it because your name, you don't want your name to be mentioned in the Biafra. Maybe, hey, the next day, people will know that you have been suspended in IPOB. People like us are not afraid of that. We will say the truth. We have learned a lot from our leader. And we will say the truth. We will defend the truth. Chike Dozemu must implement our leader's order. Period. Chinasa Nwodo must follow up our leader's message and implement it. Period. This is the only man. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No other person. If you don't implement our leader's orders, is it your order we Biafra are going to obey? It's impossible. So, Mazi, I think, yeah.
Mazi, before we go forward, I want to play a particular. I want to go into issue of. We're not getting into issue of IPOB security, but there's something I want to make clear here. There's a lot of things has been going wrong. Like I said, this platform is not meant for chicken heart. This is for hardcore IPOB. What am I here doing? Just like when Onyendu started, I remember sending Onyendu's link to one of my friends. I remember the day he was cussing out David Cameron. This guy called me, Sim George, I don't want to listen to. No. Onyendu is swearing. But the guy later called me. His mom is booking mass for Onyendu. Truth is the only thing that can stand the test of time. People told me, oh, George, you're a rebel. Under IPOB, I have got nothing to lose. I've given everything in my life for this struggle. I want a betterment of my people. That's why I joined IPOB. I don't join IPOB to oppress anybody. We live in a civilized world. We must act like a civil people as well. Now, I want to say something. I want to play this voice and play Chinasa Nwolu's voice based on what is happening within IPOB security formation. That's our vigilante we have already. We have only vigilante, which is ESN, to guide our forest and those that are looking after them and how they deal with them. Listen to Onyendu and what Onyendu said.
Everybody must stick to their lane, please. I don't want anybody from the US to participate in our rapid response or medical call anymore because there was a serious breach of security. I want everybody to stay in their lane and not to cross over to jobs I have not allocated to them. Nobody from the USA will participate in our rapid response group or in our medical call. Dr. Onyise is hereby suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. Anybody who deals with him will be expelled from the movement. Dr. Onyise is suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. We are losing men on the ground because some people in the USA and Europe are meddling with the command structure of our volunteers on the ground. People from abroad are calling commanders, calling them and sending them chicken change, trying to alter our command structure on the ground. That is why Dr. Onyise is removed with immediate effect. Any idiot who calls any of our commanders again, I don't care who you are, I'll remove you live on air. Then you know I'm not joking. All you can do is to go and gossip for 6 months, and after that, you'll be history, as the rest were before you. ESN is out of bounds for everybody. I mean everybody. I command that very army. Nobody should interfere. I mean no idiot should. Anybody that contacts ESN operatives on the ground, I will dismiss you live here on air.
Mazi, did you take one word? Onyendu said that he command that army, that nobody should interfere, home and abroad. I want to leave it there. We don't want to dive into this too long, but there's one point I want to make here to Biafrans, because sometimes we overlook things. And that age that said once you allow things to happen over time, then it become like a tradition. Now, I want to play Chinasa Nwolu's voice, where he commented about issue of ESN.
Please, there is nothing of as such. Nobody, Nnamdi cannot ask to recruit anybody for him. Nnamdi Kanu have already set up ESN before he was being adopted in Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu is not recruiting anybody from the DSS dungeon. Nnamdi Kanu is not recruiting, and the ESN is not recruiting. So that people don't come. Last time when ESN make a kind of a training of, you know, a new graduates, it is people inside the ESN. It was a new program, and I make it very clear on the radio. But you know, these rumor mongers and the sadists, they like to twist anything, because most of them have collected money from the governors and told them that they are in charge of ESN. They should not worry. That's what people don't know. And I'm going to tell you people some shocking news this evening.
Wow. Mazi, there's a point I want to raise in this particular contradicting voice. Onyendu made it clear that nobody from diaspora should contact our men on the ground, that we are losing men, that is in charge of that army. And Semchina Sanworu just said that Onyendu is not recruiting any ESM from DSS dungeon. You know, when people talk, you don't need to use that word to start with. To talking about our leader is not recruiting people from DSS dungeon. That alone is a derogatory word to me, to our leader. Now, but you're saying that the ESN we have already are the one now coming out of graduate. They went into program. The reason why I'm making this point is this. Let us not turn into what we are doing, because, you know, with what we have seen within the IPOB family members in diaspora, now I start to picture what is happening on the ground, that we don't have a pure information on what is happening on the ground, which I don't want to know. I've had people before. I had sometime one of my members was back home and people went to meet that person. They contacted me. And I tell them straightforwardly, we don't talk about people that are on the ground. It's not our problem. Please. I'm being honest with you. I said this to them, and I don't want to get involved. My problem now is we have formation already of ESN, which is these are vigilante guarding our forests, right? But if you tell us that you have a graduate within ESN, but I don't see a reason why that should be a publicized message to people. I don't understand why that come out to social media to tell us what they have done. Even the zoo are not updating you when their military personnel are being upgraded with their positions. They don't even say that outside. But ESN is a vigilante. I want to bring your attention. Probably you now going off key on the reality on the ground. If you actually the commander of ESN, if you China Sanworu is actually commander of ESN. Because the last time I checked, I have not had anywhere when you mention your name associating with ESN. Over time, promptly, we started hardly talking about ESN, and nobody have asked question. When was you actually appointed as the commander of ESN or supervisor or those that have been involved? If you have what you are doing with ESN, so be it. But my problem is this. Why is it that ESN now has been something that has been fronted on social media? While Onyendu have said that ESN activity should not be posted on Facebook, which we can bring the video where you have already said the same thing as well. Now, our people went to cadet or graduation, whatever you want to call it. Why do you need to put it up in social media? That's number one. And after that thing, there was an onslaught that went on and our people were massacred. If you remember, some people were particular place, Arochukwu, something happened there. Is that Arochukwu? Is that Arochukwu Mazi or is that Arochukwu? You meet yourself. I can't hear you.
Olafia.
That was after that particular announcement. That was onslaught of the zoo murderous security to go and kill our people there. Now, what am I saying here is that the activities that comes on social media attaching to ESN, there's no need for it. I have to say this categorically here. I don't care what you guys are doing, but in the real world, countries that have got secret agents, they don't front them. They don't even know who they are. Why are we now fronting the only defense we have. And these men are on the bush. A couple days ago, we saw pictures on social media with different names attached to these individuals, fronting them, covering the face. Do we need to do all this again? Already we have a formation. There is a formation already. Action speak louder than words. Go and ask anybody. This shred going on social media, I'm telling you guys, you need to stop. If you guys are the one doing this, I don't know, or what the alibi you guys are building to cover up the ESM fund you guys have been scoffing. Because ESM fund does not go to the proper account to approve, which is LLC account in America. Madam Oyibo ate 747,000, which Chikedozem was aware of it. All of you knew about that money. Today, none of you talked about it. But you guys are bashing on Madam Nenyanya. But our 747,000 gone on the thing air. Nobody talks about it. There's a report substantially put. And there's an audio confirming Madam Oyibo confessing that she went to bank and withdraw all the money. Transfer all that money. Now, the issue of ESN, every time you guys are doing this parade on social media, I don't know. This alibi you guys are building is actually destroying the image of ESN. That's a fact of life. Because I don't understand reason why we should be fronting the vigilante already. We have vigilante that are guarding our bush. If they've gone into new training, you don't need to tell the world. You don't need to tell the world. In the real world, you don't need to. It's that you're validating the money you guys are diverting. That's the fact. Because as far as I'm concerned, the ESM fundraising we did here last year, we don't know where the money is. To tomorrow morning. Chike doesn't order 10,000 to move into Umeh account after you have shut your Umeh account down. So all this whole thing you guys are doing, you need to ask questions. And stop putting the life of our people in danger. Only you have said you want Biafra land to be in peaceful. What you guys are doing, what I'm saying is that all this thing that is going on social media, we don't need that. We need something that can push to us to actually get a stand on what we're asking for. If there is any particular, strategy you've got to push forward, but not showing faces of covered men with AK-47, that does not what is going to make anybody run away. Trust me, being honest, that's what I want to talk. I don't want to go into deep into this issue, but I just a reminder, Onyendu said he controlled that army. And the last time I checked, Onyendu never mentioned your name, China Sanwo, as a commander of ESN. If he does, if it's a secret, keep it secret and do your work diligently. Because you people are causing, like Onyendu said, we are losing men on the ground. All this ranting has gone too far. So many names has called social in IPOB, in Radio Biafra. So many people have been died. They labeled them. We don't know. Just like my name was called once. So if my name will be called when I didn't do nothing, I contributed my money. Because if I ask you, Chinas, I want to pull the receipt, you're paying your own money to do and all this. If you pay the same thing we are paying, fair enough. But all of us, we question. Let everybody publish their own from the day you join IPOB. Including Chinas, including Chikedozem. All of us, we came to support what Madam Nene always said that she was paying double. And when you confirmed it, she started paying when a lot of people was not even there. It's not something you can found. So when you guys are doing all this nonsense you guys are doing, you need to remember that some people that have different views in everything you say, every word you said, I would digest it differently. This ESN shred need to stop. This is a vigilante. He came the other time and told us you have 10 people that are going to be arresting people. Where are those people arresting people? How many people are there arrested? Where are they going to? If they arrest them, are they going to come them up in your own home, in your village? Where are those people that are being held in? Which police station are they sending those people? Are they not working with the zoo? Or is it what Soludo tell us? Is it true now? Because Soludo said that they're working with IPOB. We don't know which IPOB they're working with. Because if you're telling us that our people will be arresting people now, and we don't have an address where they could actually arrest people and keep them there, he can't be making that kind of insignificant comment on air now, my brother. Let us use our brain sometimes. It's very important. And now different squad are coming. You're not posting it because you know that we are watching you. But you allow it to go on air. But we want to tell Biafrans, if you're contributing ESN money, that does not go to the approved account of Onion, just like any money you're paying in IPOB, it is your money. I said it in my zone. It's entirely up to you where you want to put your money. I'm not going to ask you where you put your money. Yeah? People get scammed. It's entirely up to you. But all this money you guys are contributing right now under ESN, I think they're doing some fundraising today in Austria. These things are wasted. Is a wasted fund. It's wasted fund. It's not been accounted for. You can't tell me that Chikedozium and Austin Albani and their gang now are the one running IPOB fund. That's not how what Onyendu set up. Where is money going to? So they over time to time, they will come out and tell you that they're training ESN. That is where the money is going. For the gullible one to digest it and think they are working. But in theory, all these things are shred. And that's I have to say it. This we're not gonna be bullied any longer or see things that are going wrong. We're not gonna talk about it. Like I said, I live here. The money we contributed until you guys told us what you did with 37,000 we raised in UK here. Until you guys tell us what you did with the money. Because if you don't tell us that, you'll be coming up all the time. Accountability is the key. And that is why people are not contributing money anymore. And you people now, those that are contributing, you corner them and telling them what to do. The money should not go to where it's supposed to go to. What are you doing with the money? You're telling me that you're very Mazi in the Kano. Yeah? Mazi, I will stop it here. Like I said, this is just I'm just making a very direct point to every individual to need to understand that we all are watching whatever they are doing. It's not business as usual any longer. That's all my brother. There.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much for your educative program, you know. I believe your message have passed across. I believe whoever that is in position we should understand what you are saying. Chinas and Willie should understand what you are saying. And the more important, what I pick out for your word, he said action speak louder than voice. You know, action speak louder than voice. You know, it's a very strong message, you know, to pass on. But before that, there's something I want to say because he mentioned about Madame Nenia, you know, some few days ago, Madame Nenia was on air and she talked about South Africa, that they want to buy a house in South Africa. Then after our program, the next day, that guy in South Africa came up to counter what Madame Nenia said about it. I just want to say a little thing about it. I don't want to dwell in it so much. You see, the guy said yes, they want to buy a house in South Africa. Say that is truth. He said, but at the end of the day, the SADC rep now say, okay, they should hold on. They should hold on. When our leader come out, then they can present it and go ahead. That what stop it. But it's a lie. It's a bloody lie. What stop it is that some people, that South African leader, they are SADC or whatever, you know, those people that want the house, want to buy the house, they started having problem within themselves because the other one bring agent, no, they want to get a kind of what I say nzama, you know, someone that bring agents, so they will buy the house. So from buying the house, you that bring the agent, you will get your cut. That what they started having problem among them. And before then, let me say something. It's very important. I say this thing. You know, this lady, this IPOB finance officer in South Africa, Mrs. Eliam, you know, innocent Eliam. Mazi, do you know that woman is IPOB member since 2013? That woman, no, she's not. She's married to innocent Aliam, you know. But when they present this woman to us, we thought that woman don't even know anything about IPOB. They said the man hand over her post to our wife. But at the end of the day, do you know that I find out that that woman was IPOB member since 2013, paying her dues and everything. But look at the way they blackmailed this woman, and they are married, legally married. What stopped that? And we get an information that because in South Africa they were told that if you go ahead and buy this house, the government in South Africa have to put in for their tax. You have to pay tax because in South Africa they're not paying tax. They are into IPOB. IPOB was registered as a charity and
non-governmental organization, NGO.
Yes, NGO. So they don't have to pay tax, but they were advised that if you go ahead and buy this house, government have to come in. They have to know that money is coming. How do you make this money to buy this house? Even though that is through a bond, but how much you use to service that bond a month is almost 30 to 40,000 rand. It's much money. So how come? So, but what really stop it? What really stop them for not buying that house? Is because of they come up with different agents. Because of different agents. So someone want to get something from it. This one want to get something from it. At the end of the day, it become a problem.
Mazi, like I always say, Onyendu said that wretched people does not do freedom fighting. What if you asking, what is their intents and purposes of buying a house? What is the house going to serve? You see where they are doing meeting? They want to stop paying for halls. It's entirely up to them. What is the house is going to serve for us? We have this kind of situation in UK here. Some people say, "Oh, we have to have a Biafran house," but the point is, we are still fighting. We are not yet recognized as a nation. We were once a nation, but we are always on the run because we are fighting to restore our nation. So why would we be spending excessive money? That's why you see, when the Zoom came out, because in UK here, where we used to normally do meeting, we are paying £300 every month. So £300 every month, check it in a year. How much is that? Now, when Zoom came out, I know people want to join, people want to physical meeting. You can do physical meeting once in a while, but it can't be paying £300 every month, twice a month, and you don't need to hold meeting twice a month. That was a waste of time and money. Even our code of conduct says can hold meeting once a month. The Zoom is there now, so you could tell how you spend money because that money is needed. Madam Nene always come and told us that we have our people. There's so many people that have lost their families. This is our people. That's why we are fighting, standing on the gap. I don't think about myself. So, my brother, I don't know what is the reason why and the notion of getting a house. What are they thinking? What is in their mind? Like he said, they were looking for percentage of commission they're going to get within these people that came to IP. Like I said, you know what? I said it the last time. Don't let our people know to profit. Do you know that when IPOB started contributing money as Montreal do, Onyendu made it that Biafra land will never contribute a dime because they are the frontliners. But do you know why? At a time, the Biafra land was contributing more money than even people that lived abroad. People joined in, forced themselves in. That is why when I look at people today, sending the recharge card to people, indoctrinating them now to become irats. Yeah, IPOB, that people, somebody that we are not even working, they are contributing that amount of money. They force themselves to be involved. That is what IPOB is all about. Now, people are looking for people now, paying them. Because when you're giving the recharge card, you buy their conscience. That's what it is. Because once you give me money to do, now I don't have time. I cannot speak what I want to. I can't say what I want to say. If somebody that have set up this system for you to do what you're doing, then I have to condition what you want to say, isn't it? Even though you're saying the truth. So the majority of what is happening now, these men now, they have access to money. If you remember, Onyendu won that no man should near more money. Now they cannot be a spirit. Onyendu be a spirit. He can 4 our women. He said, That's why it was a mandatory that every zone must have a female. Every money thing must be woman. The men that there are very few, but they're not going to be heard. Like Mazi, even Madam Nenyanya have a male in her team. Right? But so many only female. Our leader knows why. And you can see it playing in today. You can see it playing in today. That when men now get involved with our finance, it's a different ball game. Now they share the money among themselves because it's a cabal. None of them don't work anymore because the cash is flowing. We're contributing money. Question, show us the city contributing your own money. Because as a zonal coordinator, I have to contribute my own money first. If I'm not working on I don't have money, I will give a reason why I'm not contributing. But you guys are leading us. Show us your own receipt you're paying your monthly dues with. Dudes. So it's disgusting. The reason why I put up this code of conduct here, probably people might be paying attention reading it, because I know people are looking at that. Yeah, it's highlighted. We'll have a day to talk about it. You see this particular section B, IPOB department. You could see what the reason, and it come down to I, which is a pointing down of subsection A, appointment and dismissal. You could see clearly where it's stated that it's Onyendu, unless Onyendu himself, except Onyendu himself extended and clearly, expressly delegated the power to any principal officer. And that principal officer can come from the national coordinator. That is how it works. And if you come down here again to V, it's telling you that all positions, with the exception of the office of the leader of IPOB, are held under provisional basis. It doesn't, including the HOD himself, including Chigedozem himself. Provisional mean that provision. You know what provisional mean? It's not permanent. It's not a permanent. Does nobody have a permanent position in IPOB? That's what is stated here. But this is what it's because now you see people acting as if that that is my I'm now the leader. You see them calling themselves leadership. We are the leadership. None of these people, that all our position you're heading up is provisional. It's here. This is property in here. I can tell you because if China will have leader our code of conduct, he won't come out and say that our code of conduct says that if Monyen is not there, Chikerism is the next in command. There's no place he said this here in code of conduct. I don't want to. I just put this particular subsection B, where department is, and all of them put together. None of them, their position is provisional. It can be removed anytime. Just like they are committed insubordination, the gross one by disobeying direct order from Onyendu, and come out and admit it. That is the highest in gross subordination. And that is where I'm going to rest my case for today. And next week, we're going to come here to deal with issue. Our Deputy National Coordinator UK, Mr. Mike Stratton, is going to join us to explain our code of conduct and the memo he wrote. And that will bring me to play this particular voice here where Onyendu mentioned about DOS and their positions, what they did. And he'll be asking some people are nowhere to be found. Where are they? We want to know where are they.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. Before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Uzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosium. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then I'll refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechukwu as Biafra land coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp in River State. We'll find all of you. In Igbo, not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. You'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said, no police checkpoint in Biafra land. I said, no police checkpoint, I said. There was in a bank, go and tell them, I said, no police. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint or else they will die. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside, how others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it, and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power, that rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that. And follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey.
Mazi.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have argued about the Department of Finance in IPOB. Yeah. Ignorant, when people try to play ignorant. Yeah. And they act dumb and stupid, they don't understand. Department of Finance in IPOB is independent. That was why Chike Edoziam need to look for this guy that lives in Chukwudo Former, who is the director of media. When issue of Simon was raised, but he attended the witness that meeting. But you see, when servitude come in people's life, when people start lying to blackmail each other, they now forgot what is the reality. The DOS you're hearing, Chike Edoziam, is the Directorate of State. That is the man that's supposed to communicate to Onyendu's, Onyendu's. Onyendu is not here now. He was the one communicating Onyendu message directly. But Chike Edoziam as well. We have a board meeting within the DOS, which is comprising with Madam Nenyanya and the media if there is issue, just like he admitted. And that is where the function was there. He was there to witness. And that's what you do as the board of directors. You are a director on your own field, which is the Directorate of State. Madam Nene is the Director of Finance. Chukwudo Form is the Director of Media. You know, you can't just take outright decision without Chukwudo Form conception. So why concept? Why now do you now overriding Madam Nenyanya? Whereas you know that Onyendu mentioned specifically the board of DOS and the board of the finance is independent. And Onyendu says something here. You will hear when Onyendu make it open. Our overall finance officer, Onyendu said it. It's not me. Because that is that's what they're telling people. When this mad woman started campaigning that Madam Nenyanya, she must be audited, he must be audited. Everybody was singing the song. That's the same song they're singing today. Look at what
Nenyanya is our overall finance officer, IPOB worldwide. And she is a woman of immense integrity and substance. One of the pioneer contributors to Radio Biafra and IPOB before a lot of people came along. Anything she tells me, I believe, is gospel. And everything is properly documented.
Yeah, Mazi.
For you to use the word of pioneer, I have never had Onyendu use that word to anybody before. I have never had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu use the word pioneer before. To be honest with you, I have never. This is my first. I have not actually paid attention to this. Today is the first time.
Mazi, don't forget. There is also a video clip that Onyendu said, any account, Madam Nyanya, you know, so if you close that account, any account, Then today, what is happening today?
We have it, and it's even in the code of conduct. I can upload it here in our code of conduct. It's there in the code of conduct. So that's what I'm telling you, that the whole thing you see happening. That's why it's very, very disheartening. Mazi Doziem and his gang, they have done something that even is worse than what people on 2015 did to IPOB, because now they are taking full advantage of what is happening. But I guarantee them that it's not going to be for long. All this thing that is happening, they don't want Onyendu out because they believe Onyendu will not come out. The same thing happened in 2015. And I told them the same thing I told them in 2015. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out, you will make it alive. And all of you will be gone. All of you will be gone. All of you will be gone.
Yeah, Mazi, there's something I want to say before. Just will I say a little gossip? Mazi, some days ago, there is some video I saw online. Someone is saying that Kanu Takano did not put sand on his mother's grave. He said it was the. I'm sorry. He said it was the last person after fight. It was the last person that put sand on his parents' grave. Everything, here, Mazi. We talk with fact and figure, or anything we talk, we show, we bring the evidence, right? Then I go, then I cut it out, I bring the video and everything. Even when all the king in Abia and Afara, say that who is here to represent the first son, and can came out. They present the money and everything, And even when Kantakano was putting sand on our parents' grave, he was the only one. There's no video. I challenged the person. I said, "Show us your evidence." All you said, all this is black. I said in IPOB, blackmail is not welcome. Propaganda is not welcome in IPOB. No. We talk with fact and figure. I bring out the videos, everything up to today. We have not seen the video.
Mazi, it's not Kanu Takano. Forget about Mazi Kanu Takano. This is a direct assault to the Okukano family. The next time we'll come here, we'll play all those videos. Then was no be as the Israel Okukano Karifraf cannot aspire he go abroad. Somebody cannot think how he go to abroad. On his own, on his sitting room, on our family on him about. Insult to our leader. Let me tell you something. Odinaka Nkesina is going to take them to court because not going. I will time out, bro.
Oh, the same person now. It's the same person that's
time out, bro. Time to hear. Okay, or the same person was saying that. But imagine the kind of people. Oh, this kind of people. Can you speak to this kind of people? Wait, Mazi, wait. Give me a second. Because sometimes we say things. Or are you going to be talking to this kind of individual? Excuse me. Is he kind of this kind of people you want to talk to? Huh?
The coordinator of Cologne.
Is he these people?
He called a police for me. When this issue started, he called him here that he is an idiot. He should took this case to court. And I want to tell the leadership that if this case gets to court,
Jesus Christ,
that is when I will turn to Tiger and Lion.
Hear him?
And I want to tell the leadership they should not blame me, because I will pack every of my receipts. That is when I will put allegation on them that they will balance me all my money back, because that is the main point that I will go for. That is exactly what I will go for. I will tell the court that they have been collecting money from me, defrauding me, telling me, giving me, putting me in a state of imagination, telling me that something is coming where it's not coming. And that is when I will put allegation on them. If they don't know, I have all my receipts, I have my defense fund, I have a lot of payment that I have done. I want them to understand this, and I don't want the leadership to blame me because I'm still waiting for their court. We will go to that court, and they will see that they will fail. They will fail. And I have a lot of people that are going to join me to bring also their receipts that they have already defrauded them. I want them to understand they are dealing with somebody that is
Mazi, this is quite pathetic, man. Listening to this this guy, yeah. I don't like talking about people because I remember even the day they ganged up against Mazi, I called in that program because I've been in a couple meetings with this guy, and I told him, Mazi made me to get involved with them. The Rapture Media is a monetized platform. They attach it with IPOB, they're making money there. They get paid. Rapture Media is a monetized platform. How they got it hooked up with Radio Biafra, I haven't got a clue. That's not my problem. But this is what happens when people are looking for content. But when somebody, like I said, in the real world, once you're an informant, you are an informant. That's why a place like America, when you testify against anybody, you choose one thing. It's either they move you away from the state and give you a different identity, or the state they will take care of you indirectly, or the person you have testified against, his own people will come after you. Two things will happen to you. This individual have gone against IPOB. If you remember Bruce Frame, he was the first person that I never listened to this guy because I cannot even understand what he says. His English is very awkward to me. To be honest with you, I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I wouldn't waste my time. When he's talking about Bruce Frame, they tell you they have evidence. Evidence they have is something that doesn't make any sense. Now, they are telling leadership, all of them, watch all these guys that have been said they're defending structure. And I told them, the funny part is that some of them know the truth. That's why the leadership cannot say nothing to them. They know the truth, and they can't speak it because they want something. And now they're threatening them. And this is what happened. That's what they call servitude. When you are not in Dodge, he calling zoo. What they are doing is even more worse than what the zoo is doing. That's why nobody's paying attention to them. I have been listening to this guy, and somebody's telling you something he said last month or 2 months ago. IPOB now is a fraudulent activities, extorting money from people, telling he didn't believe in Biafra. That's why he's copying what the other guy is doing, everything the other guy do. When you see somebody that don't have his own style, I don't know when they come to abroad. And if I tell you the year I won my first $1,000 suit, you wouldn't believe it. I'm back home where we're into fashion. We dress people. The year I won my first $1,000 suit, if I told you the year and the country I did it, you wouldn't believe it. Some of them, probably they haven't even eaten before in their life. The first time I won just the suit, I'm not talking about what I was wearing, only my suit. I'm talking about the shirt or tie or whatever. I'm not saying that, only suit. I remember the guy telling me, George, I never want to say, no, sit one place. And I'm you come to social media to come and we don't come here to make name or be famous. No. If I want to build platform under IPOB, I should have done it long years ago. As I'm talking to you today, people, my colleagues are telling me, George, you can be doing YouTube. When it comes to talk or whatever, I can do it if I want to. But IPOB, I joined IPOB, I lost my Facebook account. The same time they lost IPOB, Facebook account. Deleted. This refraps. Now, IPOB is giving you imagination. It's anyway a freedom fighter. And they're making ends meet within IPOB. They'll be holding meetings. Now they will be giving them money because they are stable to money now. All the money contributed in country, they're holding the money back. That's what's happening in IPOB now. And that's why we're not contributing money anymore. We here in North London and UK, the sincere IPOB here will contribute the money, and the money will go to where they say it's going to go to. I will contribute our money and send it to the right account. I don't care about it, all these momongers, these cherry individuals. What they do is to gather our money and go and cook rice and eat. Is that what's IPOB on for? Listening to this moron and calling Karen Takano's name and who is Karen Takano's mother is the direct insult to our leader. And the parents that have left us under IPOB, they pay the price. These people have the temerity. One after another. I'm telling you the truth. For the mere fact they open their mouth and insulting Okukaro family. These people.
Mazi, that's the matter. The day we are going to talk about it, don't forget, we are going to bring in, with evidence, with their video and everything, we're going to bring in Dr. Nelly Donald Azubike, because he's going to, that very day, we're going to join it together and present to the Biafran all his video clips, everything he said. We have it. We have it. With evidence, we have it.
Well, firstly, we're asking him, what did he do with information they gave him under Madam Oyibo? What did he do with evidence he was had? He lived in Maryland. I've been in Maryland. I have a friend in Maryland. They are him owe me money. The criminal people that live there. What do they do? What did he do? What did he do? The evidence we gave him in his hand there. What did he do? He was ranting then. When I came to that point, I look at this guy. This guy is incoherent. I don't know where he came from. I don't want to know him. But when people talk with that's why I said, if you listen to China and the way he address our leader, it has bitterness against our leader. Because he says sometimes he advise, who are you to advise our leader? Think our leader will take your advice because he called the Biafra and start talking to Onyen. Do you know me from Adam? All of us calling and our leader know who we are. Who are you? When Onyendu came to what does he call it? Kuwait. All of us were listening. There was no video, live video. But I know you are in that hall, and there are some people that know you in person. You know they ghost. But all to know if you're answering the same name you're answering now, is it your real name? Yes, your passport. Because when time will come, a question, give us your real name in your passport, put it out, we see it. If it's your real name. Because we don't believe anything you guys said anymore. That's the fact of life. We're not here to be playing around people. You think I join IPOB to come, is it a village meeting? They come to London here and be taking pictures with comedians. You look at people. Are these people serious? Is it what will come here? Those comedians, how many times have I talked about Biafra before? This question, ask yourself. To show you the dilemma in these people. The same stupid Isaiah Yoruba is taking picture with comedians have never for one day come out and speak about Biafra publicly. Now they want to make them. Everything about now is about making them and making money on the IPOB. You people are living on that blood money. And let me tell you something. As long as there's a blood in what we are doing, anybody, whether you're under oath or not, you play with this thing, with this particular movement we are in now, your generation unborn will be at the burden. Mark it somewhere. It's not a joke. Some of us believe in the oath. That's why we don't play around. I don't have permanent and even other permanent friends. Those that knows me know. I don't give a crap what you think. I didn't see you before I joined IPOB. Some of you, I motivated you to join IPOB, and I'm still who I am, and I don't change. At the end of the day, at the end of this particular journey, some of you will come back on your knees and say, George, you said it. I won't get angry with you. Like some people called me, like I said in United Kingdom, I've challenged United Kingdom. I want one person to come out and say, George Umeh, you have given me £1 under IPOB. That I did not, that money, I didn't give you the receipt, or I ate that money, and give me the evidence of it. That's all I want. That's all I want. But if nobody have done this, you see those people that have called me criminal in private, I will have something on a very good day. It's not a threat, it's a fact. On the day I choose, but someone or some, I will activate it. I'm not a riffraff for information. Some of you might think you're educated, you come to UK here, I don't know, you're probably abroad, you travel is from your village or from whatever, maybe you're doing 419 in Lagos and get yourself in United Kingdom claiming you went to school. Some of us, we don't live that life. We've been punctual in what we do and what we want to do, and that's me. I don't want to get involved, I don't get involved in things, but anybody that have ever called me a criminal, consciously or unconsciously, you need to tell me what I stolen from you. Because the last time I checked, IPOB is sitting on top of my money in United Kingdom. Things that come from my money on things I have done. So I'm not bragging about it. That's the fact of life. And I paid all my dues. I got my receipt that can prove that I've been an IPOB. I joined IPOB second month, even though I wasn't permanent in London. I paid my defense fund. I was contributing money here, contributing around the world, even in Biafra land. It's not a brag. It's fact of life. I can prove it. So some of you think we join IPOB to come and make money, as you guys are doing now. Diverting IPOB money, starving IPOB with money. You brag about it. And you say you love Mazi and the Kano. You should just people. Mazi there, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, Mazi, attacking our leaders' family is no-go area for us.
No, man, no.
It's no-go area. I have said this time with that number, it's no-go area for us. And code of conduct must be respect and obey. And any message from our leader must be implemented. These 3 things, this is our demand, this is our stand. No?
We're not begging anybody.
Mazi Chike Dozie must do it. Chinas and Wolu must do it. You must obey our leader's order. You
Mazi,
must.
Mazi, like I said before, I forget again, I'll reiterate again. I have problem with Chinas and Wolu's portraying himself as ESN commander. Because the last time I checked, there's no place Onyendu mentioned Chinas and Wolu's name. So he must be very careful. I don't care what anybody think. I, George Umeh, say take it to bank. And if you can defend it, let him come out and defend it. I'm saying that he was never mentioned in anywhere as the ESN command or a supervisor or whatever he might call himself, but he need to slow his flow. He have ranted too much. And those people he's referring to as infiltrator and this and that want to drag IPOB leadership down. I don't know which leadership is referring to. The leadership that he refused to follow Onyendu's instructions, is it the one he's referring to? That everybody was reluctant against implementing Onyendu's order. Is it the leadership he's talking about? Which one is that guy talking about? Which one is he actually referring to? So I want every Biafran, when you asking Chinedu and Wolu, who made you ESN commander? Who? That's my question to him. When a child beat more than he can chew, then people start asking questions. I've not had him. If Onyendu have given you if his Onyendu gave you a position which is secret position, keep it there. That's why it's secret. It's not meant to be public. He have come on air and call people's name. Those people who are killed in Biafra land. Just like people call my name on air. And I think people will keep quiet. If people disagree with you, then you call their name on air. Is that how you command people? No. No.
Yeah, Mazi, that reminds me, I think I will use this medium to ask HOD, Mazi Chike Doziem, to come out and tell us what George Umeh did. Yeah, it's important, It's time, you have to come and tell us what George Umeh did, what you did.
It's not me.
We want to know that your insubordination.
Mazi, it is not me. You need to start from the national coordinator that he has got no power to remove. To start from there first.
Yeah, Mazi, I'm coming, he must come out and tell us what you did. And again,
you're building Kabel Life and Center. Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and again, Ezumezu must come out and tell us it will be more than 6 months. So what have his committee done about the UK National Coordinator? We must know. We are not zombies. No, we are not zombies. Only to teach us how to ask questions. Ask difficult questions.
They say they are proud zombies. What they're saying, they are proud zombies.
No, we are not zombies.
No. To validate their certitude, they're playing around. Because one thing in life is that once you started lying, you always finding something to cover it up. They have gathered all these men, all these people. I thought they have something in brain. The funny thing is that when he had the ranting, we are protecting the leadership, we are protecting the structure. Now, which structure are you protecting? That is what this Simon just said now. Because I've had meeting with this man, and they know the truth. They've got no balls to talk about it. I don't know what they're scared about.
Yeah, and again, Mazi, listen, when they say anything DOS says goes, anything leadership said goes. Madam Nenyanya is he not a member of DOS? Is it not part of DOS?
What is it? Is daftness that's what I'm saying to you. They have employed these people now to become doing the job the Gota Media Zoo is doing. That's why even Jonathan himself now forgotten that he is a presenter on a show. Sentiment and emotion have driven his intelligence. I thought he's an intelligent guy. He's not. Because when you allow emotion to get into you, then your intelligence will become zero. I'm being honest with you. You might think you're smart. You're not. When you're emotional, you're not smart. Emotion can make somebody look stupid.
Mazi, Biafra Wabala. That reminds me that Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, when South Africa come online on air, to blackmail Madam Nenyanya and everything, and Jonathan said that here we say this on air. You know, he was saying all those things. Then when this guy came up to expose them more, this guy, is it Chibos or Chibik or something like that, to expose what's really going on in South Africa. Do you know what Jonathan said? He said, no, say I will advise you people to take this thing back home and settle this privately. But he's the one that said that we have to settle this on air. We want to settle this on air. But when the truth came, there's a lot up. He asked them to go back home and settle it.
That is how you know how vulnerable they are.
He asked them to go back home and settle their issue.
I want to say something.
But he was the one that said that they should say it. It doesn't matter. Listen, oh, God is wonderful.
I want to say something before I leave, Mazi.
Yeah.
If you take the word that Simon just exposed them saying and what was happening and all the things we are saying, that will tell you that is not IPOB. People like us, we came out from genuinely under the oath I took. I came out. I don't have any issue with any individual, but I said it to that guy that I just played the video when he called me. This one I'm ranting. I said, I don't defend the individual. I say, I don't speak anything I say he can record my voice. I don't care, because what I said when he recorded me, when I see that person, I will say more. I said, because when I see where they were going, I said, I don't defend the individual. I defend the structure of IPOB. And I know what the structure entails. I'm not dumb. I've been in IPOB and I joined. I didn't join by your conviction. I understood IPOB very, 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 very well. Even when we don't have our code of conduct in black and white, we respect each. We understand what he meant to be obey before complain. Now, but you don't use it to oppress people. When you start using it to oppress somebody, that is where we're going to revolt against you. I said, I don't defend individual, because I found out that these guys are nepotism is embedded in them. Like him now is in the platform where they're making money, right? And using it now as a voice. Some of them are doing it because they come from the same side from the Chikedozium. I'm telling you what is happening. It's not something I'm going to hide. In UK here, the people they put in position here, all of them are from the same Chikedozium, Austin Albani, our former national coordinator, the one they put now. All of them are from the same place. It's not rocket science to know. It's not something hiding. Now they're calling their own village, even my zone, the guy that they're trying to make coordinator, even my deputy rejected, because all of us agreed on one thing. Now, all of them are from the same place. This guy is a hardcore listener of Ekpa. Hardcore, I mean, dead beat. He has been opposing the system from day one. But systematically, I was coming there because I know some of them we are like disgruntled because of this leadership. These useless people say that they are leading us. But now, so far as they are from, some of them are people that some of them here that are coordinators are the ones that are looking for paper. So they want to use coordinator to hold their paper. That's what is happening. And as like I said to them, if they want us to naked ourselves, we'll naked ourselves. I will make them useless. The ones that are here that are under asylum, I'll fuck all of them up. Because this is thing they are doing. This is not what we joined IPOB for. People have died. We sworn an oath. If you people don't respect yourself, then we, like I said, my own, like that thing Mazi went to. If I decide to appear in any protest in UK here about IPOB, any mother cunt near me in UK here, you won't live here again. Mark my word. If you're in UK again, man from Abel George. My papa when you if your father compound relate to United Kingdom Street, you restricted where you do your protest. You have the temerity. You have the temerity to even talk to somebody. Do you know how many times you want to protest here? Afghanistan. These Palestinian people have protested. Police will tell us that we shouldn't raise Israeli flag. I said I'm CSO in United Kingdom. You don't tell me about security in UK. You can't touch somebody, come out on their own in the street of London. He said, are you mad? People that, if the people doesn't, we have people that, a lot of people attend our protests that we know that they don't believe in, when they have social of justice, they used to come to protest. You don't touch them. You don't go near them. You allow them, they're in a public setting. So you don't control public in some place like Trafalgar Square, you're going to go and attack somebody. Are you demented? If I decide to come to protest, who the heck are you? Who are you to touch me? So
yeah. Mazi, I believe today we have spent almost 3 hours.
Yeah, it's fine, Mazi. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to end it on 30 minutes, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. But one thing is here is that the message, our people must absorb the truth. There's no sentiment here. This is organic. If you're a genuine IPOB, you need to look for a zone that pay money to the right source. Any money you're paying to all these people diverting our money, saying they are training ESN every time you see them. These are criminals, man. Take it to bank. I don't care what anybody think.
Mazi, when you say direct zone, mention the name, Madam Nenianya. So
no. What I mean, a zone that pay money to the approved account.
Approved account. Yeah, to Madam Nenianya. Yeah.
No. It's not. Listen. Approve account on IPOB. Definitely, they're gonna get the message because it's one central command.
Yeah.
In finance in IPOB, it is not Chikerosium they'll give command in finance. It is not Austin Alban. It is not their department. The only person that made pronouncement that stand in finance, which he had from our leader, is Madam Nenianya. If only you have to be in that meeting, after it happens, Madam Nenianya will pass that message to Biafra. So when I say this, anybody who financial officer knows that the order comes from Madam Anya. Even in UK, when we started paying money in national account, it was directed, nobody else. Before they started this gang up, they're ganging up now. Because these people, they have agenda. They succeeded in coming here and planting their own organization in UK, think everything is going to work out that way. It's not going to work. Listen to me. Like, one thing I believe is this, is that at the end of the day, people might not like when people are saying, people never liked our leader because he was standing on the side of the truth. And I wish, if it's not truth, my brother, what am I living for? What are you going to give me? What do I need from you? Onyenu said, if it's not because of Mazi and I know what I want, I swear to God, none of you will ever. Anybody that know me, I don't speak to our people. Anybody that know me knows this fact. I do not. Anybody that know me knows this. I don't need you for anything. To be honest with you. So anybody need to understand that what we are fighting for, we are fighting to come out of dungeon. Now, if people want to bring us into some useless thing, we are even the worst. Because what you guys are doing now is worse than where we are running away from. Mazi, I have to thank you for your time. And fellow Biafrans, those that are joining us, those who are going to watch after this, you need to watch to absorb. No prejudice that is attached to this video, but it's you to open your inner mind and understand the time we are in, that our leader is in JSS dungeon and people are fronting useless stuffs on social media instead of doing the needful. Actions speak louder than words. For those that understand what I'm talking about, 2015-17, there was something going on. Nobody knew where it was coming from. And that was a pressure. What are you doing now? Tell me what you have done to prove that Onyendu actually is somewhere that you're doing something to get our leader out. So at the end of the day, I have got nothing to say to them, but one thing they must understand. Next week, we're going to go into issue of our deputy national coordinator, and we'll talk more about our leader's family. They have been maligning for a very long time. Emma Israel Okukano family has been molested. A riffraff that don't know his way from right, we have the temerity to be talking about a palace. Decimated a palace. And the people that is in the name of 5 IPOB allow him to do that. And he's telling me that I will respect this man. Thank you for Biafran for listening. I'm going to bless all of you. Yeah. Family. You're a good man. And every other fellow Biafran that is here, we are here to speak the way it is. Mazi Ezeji is a good man. And he's the man. It was only him that made me to come out again on the media. I've got so many people that invite me in that platform. I don't go. If it's not Mazi Ezeji, because I believe you have to be straightforward and pure. We don't have to make name or make money. I'm not here for followers. My message, if you get 1 or 2 people that when you say 100 men with a decided mind, Mazi Nankan was looking for popularity. He was saying the truth the way organically. And that's why we are here. This man think we are here to think buying and selling mentality, and petty 419 is what they want to bring into IPOB. Think we are here to allow this to happen? We have mind of buying and selling, a good mind, sound mind, but don't bring it into what we are doing. Allow IPOB to run as when you have set it up. You people should stop diverting IPOB money, trying to build alibi with all this shenanigans going on social media. People like us will not allow that to happen. If you guys continue, then I will go deeper into ESN. What I'm saying to China Sanwo-Olu, if you continue this shenanigan, then I will come out deeply and I will tell you that there's nothing that happened that I just don't know. I'm telling you now. You people should be very careful. Stop this nonsense and focus on the right thing to do. If you guys have something to do, get our leader, do it, and stop the money you people are collecting. You guys know that money you guys are using for your personal gains. Stop diverting IPOB funds. Allow IPOB funds to go where it's supposed to go. We have a central approval account by Mazi and Kano, like you have admitted here. Mazi, what you have to put for them is their refusal of Onyendu's order. Put it to end this program. Yeah? That is what we're going to end this program with the refusal of Onyendu's direct order. By them ignoring Mazi and Kano's order, Biafra should take it to bank. That because at the end of the day, it's not for me. Reluctant about Onyendu's order is the highest insubordination, is a gross insubordination in IPOB. So Mazi, that is the last message. If you finish, then you off it, and that is it for me. I'm gonna go anyway.
Now, when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask. When we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndibo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the Chike Doziem and Chinasa Woru, they don't listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasa Woru and Chike Doziemo. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS.
Yeah, hello, Biafrans. Thank you so much. You have spent almost 3 hours, 4 minutes now. Well, if you are here, we thank you, and we please ask you to share so the message can go across the board. And again, if you have contrary view for what we are saying, you are also welcome for a debate, and please come with proof. If you are contrary for what you are saying, or what we are saying is not right, please, it's open. The debate is open. Come in with your proof and tell us your own view. Thank you so much, Biafrans. We are going to end this broadcast now with this music. Please, Facebook, permit me to play this music.